Go live. Here we go. All right, sweet. It looks like we are live. How is everyone doing today? How's everyone doing tonight? All right, let's see who we got right now. Josh, Bizjack, Squishin', what's going on, man? Black Brick, what's going on? Homie AB, how you doing? See, Real Wild, what's going on, my man? Gratuitous Jack, GG, Ronald Hoover, Brewer, my boy. Ackright, how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone's night going so far? We're officially going to begin the live stream in about like 4 more minutes, so stay tuned for that. In 4 more minutes, we're going to officially begin. I got a surprise for you tonight as well. Got a surprise for you as well. Right, not just extra promos today, but also a little something too. All right, but how is everyone's day going so far? I wasn't in yesterday, so I didn't get to ask. How was everyone's weekend? Actually, did y'all get to go in and play some Airsoft, right? Eric, what's going on, dude? Casper, what's going on, bruh? Darktree, my man, the man of the hour. What is going on? Yeah, we're officially going to begin in like 4 more minutes. 4 minutes will officially start. Don't mind me while I go ahead and get some grub down. I had to like book it today. Traffic thankfully wasn't too bad until I got on the 605. That's when it got really, really bad. So I only had like 15, 20 minutes to go to make this. Made some barbecue. I don't know if you guys can see. Made some barbecue ribs, some chow mein, and some vegetables. Apologies if I'm gross when I meat. I'm just really freaking hungry. Mon Cosplays haven't played in well over a year. Damn, Mon Cosplays. That is a long ass time, man. I think the longest I've gone without playing was like close to a year. I've gone like 9-ish, 10 months without playing just because like I couldn't do it anymore. I was losing my mind, dude. Darwin's Arbiter was good, man. It was good. Just bungeeing in some pouches. Don't mind me. Of course, getting ready. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I thought my second monitor was about to die on me. Eric, what's going on, man? Gigs, what's happening, man? Random guy Kev, I see food. You see food, man? You see food? Here. I'll show you a little bit. I'll show you a little morsel, right? There you go. Let's see if I can. There you go. Yeah. Barbecue ribs. I've done this with a little bit of honey. Soy sauce. I believe I also use sriracha and garlic chili paste. Believe it or not, with also with a little bit of grated ginger, garlic powder, and I think that was it. I think that's all I used. Yeah, actually came out pretty good. Not too bad, honestly, because I completely bullshitted that recipe within like, I don't know, a minute. I just put that shit together. That's what I like to see. That's dude. RGK, do you remember that one time for BBWars when you came down and we did that skit, right, where I like followed you into the bathroom and we implied you were doing some sus stuff while looking at pictures of food? Dude, I don't know if you remember that. That shit was hilarious. Werewolf Airsoft, what's going on, bro? What's going on, dude? Aaron R, how you doing, man? How are you doing as well? Lone Heart Kid, good to see you again. Food stream? I wish, bro. I wish. Maybe we can do a food stream someday, right? Maybe we can do a food stream again. Stitch, how you doing, bro? See, yeah, we got a good amount of people so far. All right. I see you guys. Thank you for all showing up. Rilo, what's going on, dude? Who's ready for BB Wars? This guy's ready for BB Wars. I'm ready for BB Wars. Are y'all ready for BB Wars? Because I'm good. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Davalos, what's going on, dude? Davalos, with the KWA zombie event that happened. Dude, that was fun, man. How did you feel about it? You were rocking the Terminator look. I was actually kind of going for more of a Negan vibe from The Walking Dead, but honestly, looking back at it, yeah, with the shotgun bandolier, yeah, I can kind of see it. I need that video. Kev, I'm going to find that for you. I'm going to find that. I'm going to repost it. I'm going to go ahead and tag you in that as well. That was hilarious, dude. That was hilarious. Just got online, Stitch. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you. All right, guys, well, we might as well go ahead and begin. It is now 7:35. Welcome to another episode of the No Flight List live stream. My name is Isaias, and I'll be your host for tonight's live stream. I want to give a big shout-out to everyone right now watching right now. First of all, big shout-out to you guys. Big thank you for choosing to spend your free time hanging out with not just myself, but with the rest of the Mayo Gang. As you guys saw, we are getting ready for BB Wars. BB Wars is literally happening this Saturday. at SC Village, October 21st. You do not want to miss out. Tickets are available, but ticket sales are actually going to be closing very soon. Ticket sales will be ending Thursday night, so you might as well get your tickets in now while you can, because I got some special promos for you guys. As you guys are aware, right, any order for a BBWars ticket would normally get you 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. However, for tonight's stream only, right, orders for the Rebels faction ticket specifically, and you'll be receiving 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, the Rebellion needs your help crushing guys like me. Apparently, I'm too good, right? Apparently, I'm too good, so y'all need a little more help. So make sure to go ahead and get your tickets now while you can. I want more targets to shoot at. I would love to go ahead and shoot at some more targets, get some good target practice in, you know what I mean? So, all jokes aside, make sure to go ahead and get your tickets. But again, you order your Rebellion tickets tonight, you will be getting 10, not 5, 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, right? But only for the remainder of the stream. We started at 7:30, and the stream's going to be ending at 9:30, so make sure you get them in while you can. Not only that, right, this is a classic, a certified hood classic for my stream. Any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway per every $50 spent, right? So remember, $50, a little bit more, that's 5 entries, right? Go ahead and get up to $100 spent on your order, maybe a little bit more. That's 10 entries. You guys get the idea. Think multiples of 50. You'll be receiving 5 entries per 50. Don't miss out. This is the best opportunity to go ahead and place your orders for Airsoft. Remember, BBWars is right around the corner. You got to go ahead and get all your supplies, whether you're getting grenades, whether you're getting more BBs, whether you're getting your sidearms, more magazines, tactical gear if you don't already own it. Make sure that you guys place your orders now. By tonight, if you don't want to miss out, right? You want to go and increase your odds even more and win the shopping spree giveaways, right? While also winning something dope as well, I would highly recommend you check out the Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2, automatic free UPS ground shipping, right? It's $179.99, and the lowest costing prize on this list, I'm not even joking, if you scroll down, you can see it for yourself, right? Retails for $199. It's already more expensive than the actual box itself. And the grand prize being the Tokyo Marui Next Generation Recoil Shock Mod Zero LMG AG, right? Absolute crazy that we're giving this away for literally $179. But you guys have to make sure that you place your orders now while you can. Remember, don't let the opportunities go to waste, right? Now, I mentioned earlier that I got a little surprise for you, right? You guys read the title. It says getting ready for BBWars. But I'm not going to be the only one actually getting ready for BBWars. In fact, there's going to be quite a few people getting ready for BBWars, right? We already got people that have placed their orders and have already registered and gotten their tickets, which if you haven't done, again, make sure you get your tickets now while you can. But I'm not going to be the only one who's actually in this stream right now that will be attending BBWars. I actually have a surprise guest for you. You guys already know him. He's already been here. He's already said hello and what's up. I will be answering questions later on during the stream. But the first portion, I actually want to go and do a surprise interview. My main man, Darktree, is going to be joining me on tonight's live stream, so I'm going to be giving him a call right now on through Discord, so make sure to go ahead and stay tuned. And we're going to be just talking about BBWars, about getting ready, what sort of classes we're going to be going for, what are we doing to prepare, and then how excited we are and what our experience with BBWars has been thus far. Now, make sure to go ahead, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on this live stream. Make sure to go and share this around with as many people as you possibly can. We want to get all eyes on this as much as freaking possible, right? 32 viewers and only 12 likes? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's bump those numbers up. Let's smash that motherfucking like button, right? Make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. Share this around and show as much positivity as you can, because YouTube really does not like Airsoft, so any and all support greatly helps. 36 viewers and 12 likes? Come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this. Let's bump those numbers up, all right? Now, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give Darktree a call right now through Discord. Let's see if he answers. Let's see here. Go ahead and raise volume up here so I can hear more clearly. Let's see here. Yep, giving him a call. Let's see if he answers. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Darktree?
Hey, what's up, Isaias? What's up, Mayo Gang? How you guys doing today?
All right, guys, go ahead and do me a favor. Let us know if you all can hear Darktree nice and clear. Darktree, can you give me a testing 1, 2, 3, please?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
All right, guys. Make sure live
everything
chat.
Everything good?
Live chat. Let me know if y'all can hear him. Want to make sure that he is nice and audible. Again, if I need to adjust the volumes, I can do that. Let's see here. Okay, that's answered. All right, guys. Yeah, go ahead and do it again for me, please.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Everything coming through smooth?
See, loud and clear. Okay, Loneheart Kids, loud and clear. All right, I think we should. Yeah,
Awesome.
Tunis Jackson, you're good. You're good. Eli Eric, sweet, sweet, sweet. Always a little bit of a lag with these. All right, but first of all, I want to give a big thank you, Darktree, for joining me on tonight's stream. I know it was a little last minute, but I do appreciate you actually coming on, man. That was really cool of you.
Oh, no worries, man. Everything I do for the Mayo Gang, of course.
Much appreciated as always. All right, so Darktree, you have. This is not going to be your first BBWars that you're attending, Arid Revival. You've actually attended beforehand, correct?
Yes. I went up north with you guys for Coastal Front, and that was a blast.
Was Coastal Front your first BBWars ever?
Yes, Coastal Front was my first baby milsim / milsim kind of like event I've ever been to. So yeah.
Okay, so like, was that? I know you said like sort of like baby milsim, like we like to call it the milsim light events. Is that your very first like larger scale airsoft game?
Oh yeah, it's just been like the 10-minute scrimmages up to this point, and this has been by far the best airsoft experience I've ever had at BBWars up north. So Coastal Front was just a great time, great experience, and it was more than just airsoft. It was like a big community builder, and it was a great time.
No, honestly, like that, I still look back at that whole event, and that was just like a huge like wave after wave of good memories that I got from that. That honestly, I ain't ever gonna forget that. But like when it came to that like Coastal Front, what convinced you to go to that event? Because first of all, like obviously it's a big airsoft game, right? So it sounds fun, so it should be a no-brainer, right? It should be an absolute no-brainer to want to do it. But that was pretty far. What convinced you actually to one, get your ticket and commit to going up to Anderson?
You know what? It always comes back to the community, like I said. I've never been the kind of person to like make a trip like that or go out on a limb, I guess, on something like that. But I hooked up with Ackright. He was down to drive up with me and offer me a place to stay for the night or a couple of nights while I was there. And it was a lot of communication we had in our Discord channel. And at the end of the day, it was like pretty easy choice. And everyone has a little fear and anxiety of getting to know people, and this community kind of flushes that all away. You guys are really like welcoming, and it was just a great time. So it was an easy choice. Once they said it was going to be in California, I was like, where in California is this going to be?
Where is it? No, I get that. Like it's especially with like Ackright, I've noticed that you've definitely like. I mean, that's the benefit, right, of having a Discord server like this. It makes it a lot easier to form those sort of like companionship, form friendships, and form a sort of camaraderie. So you feel like, oh, if someone's going to this event, it's like, oh man, I gotta go out there now and go play it. Is that how you kind of felt?
Exactly. It's like the homies coming together. We don't all know each other face to face, but the community helps, like, get rid of that anxiety and all that kind of stuff. So you just hop in the Discord. I urge everybody to join the Discord because it's the best place to be to like get all your like airsoft knowledge, and it's a real great place for each one teach one. And as soon as we find out about an event or it's going to be a BBWars, people are already saying like, okay, who's staying here? What hotel? Who can I stay with? Who's driving down? It's just it's awesome. We have a great community, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, I mean that dude. I feel the exact same way. Like I genuinely do believe that we have probably one of the best, if not the best, and definitely the most wholesome like community in like airsoft racing. Not saying that they don't exist elsewhere, but from what I've seen, man, like I've always been very, very proud of like the community that not just Cisco, myself, and the marketing team, but everyone else, you, all the mods, and everyone that makes up the Mayo Gang, the viewers that are watching right now. Like that is something that I take with absolute pride. Like that's something that we built together, right? And BBWars, we wanted that to be a thing that like we give back to the community, because I know that for years, I don't know, like how long have you been playing again for Darktree? I always forget.
Oh, I want to say around 5 years right now, about 5 years.
So like BBWars, you were around that during that time where BBWars, you probably remember where BBWars was in California, but you hadn't been to one, so it was like for years it was just missing in the SoCal scene, right? It was missing for so many years. We've been celebrating it in Texas. That like bringing it down to California was just like something that we had been striving for. We wanted to give back to you guys. Do you think, in your opinion, right, out of all the airsoft like, I guess, events that, what do you think makes to you BBWars so special, right? Like, what about it to you stood out above everything else? Like, because there are other airsoft events, right? There's like Milsim West, there's Lion Claws
Yeah.
events, American Milsim. But what about BB Wars was special to you?
BB Wars it's more of a relaxed type of milsim.
Mm-hmm.
It's based off of Star Wars, and I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
Fucking
Like,
same.
oh my God, let's not even go down that rabbit hole, but just trying to stay on basis.
Oh, we can we can
Um,
we can we can go off track. We can talk about Star Wars all night, man. I'm game.
oh my God, dude. So let's just put it like I have my kid watching Ahsoka right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's like, "So what's the lore between the Jedi and the Sith?" And I looked at her and I was like, "How
Oh,
much time do you have?"
how much time do you
So,
have?
this live stream cannot last as long as I can talk about Star Wars. But what's bigger than it was Star Wars scene and all that? I was like, I'm in. I'm in. I know I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. And it's a wrap, you know.
All right, so when you saw the whole Star Wars thing, it was just like, no, it was an absolute brainer, right? So
Yeah,
you went.
and
Oh, what happened?
another thing that it's cool about is that it gives you that option to kind of make up your own character. You get a freedom that I guess other Milsim events don't really give to you, because other Milsim events I see all the time, there's like a certain dress code, and there's like a little bit of elitism to certain people, with their guns, and they want to like have everything dialed in exactly how whatever MARSOC unit they were running as or whatever. So with Star Wars, I mean, if you watch any scene from Star Wars, there's like aliens and all types of different characters everywhere. So we have a few basic rules about what Empire can wear versus what the Rebels can wear. And now with the classes, it gives us a little bit more, there's still freedom, but you have like options added onto it. So it's pretty cool that we're writing the classes this year or this time.
So you like the introduction of the class system? Then I take it.
I do, because it allows everyone to have like a perk, and everyone to kind of have like a disadvantage at the same time. So it adds an extra element, and now it's not just the you and your gun and the objective. Now it's like you have to work together cohesively as a team, to achieve that objective. So it's like it's another element that I like, and I can't wait to get out there.
All right. So what class? I know last time you went as Empire. May I ask what drew you to the Empire specifically? Is it just you've always liked the aesthetic of the Empire? Does the Imperial sort of like logo, or being the kind of the quote unquote bad guys kind of like you like that sort of sense, or like what drew you to Empire?
You know what? I think it's a sign of the times. I think I've been such a goody two shoes when it comes to Star Wars or anything, when it's a Marvel or anything like that. I've always been like, yeah, go Avengers, yeah, go good guys and go Jedi. And now with how they make movies and anything like that, you kind of see like, the bad guy always isn't at fault. He has his reasons why he does what he does. So it was like the first time I was kind of like, you know what, maybe I'll just be a bad guy this time. Maybe I'll join the quote unquote, dark side and, see what that's like. So, yeah.
Tell me you agreed with Thanos without telling me you agreed with Thanos. I'll go first.
How do I say that? I'm not sure you heard that.
No, that's hilarious because I kind of get that too, though. Like, believe it or not, for me, even though I am like on the Empire, it's actually been the opposite for me for the longest time. Like, because my dad was the one that got me into Star Wars, right? So he was always trying to like use parables like with parenting, using like Star Wars shit and like lessons and stuff. But I'm over here thinking like, man, the dark side sounds so much better, right? Even though I was like a pretty good kid growing up, like I always more agreed with the dark side. But it's not until like I get older and I'm adult, I'm like, oh, now I'm starting to get along with like I guess the light side and the Jedi and everything. You think you were there during that stream? I was ready to go as like Rebels. I was gonna go with Rebels with Boaz, right? I was gonna go as Rebels with Boaz, and I was getting ready for it. And it was just during the stream that I was told, "Oh, you're going Empire." Well, I guess I'm going Empire now. I guess this is happening
for you.
I was literally ordered to go. I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." But I dig the vibe, honestly. I do dig the vibe of going as the bad guy. But guys, right now, if you guys want to go ahead and sign up for BBWars, it is not too late. Registration is closing Thursday night, so make sure that you get your tickets in right now. The Rebellion specifically needs your help, and if you order your Rebel tickets during this live stream, which is going to be ending in about, I'm not going to do the math, it ends at 9:30, right? You will be getting 10 entries, 10 chances of winning the $1,200 shopping spree giveaway going on this Thursday, which you do not want to miss as well. So order your tickets while you can. Remember, any order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will receive 5 entries per into the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent. Think multiples of 50, you're getting 5 per. Don't miss out. Place your orders now while you can. All right, so when it came to the last BBWars in California, we didn't have any sort of class system. It was very, very like loose, I guess I want to say is the right term. I'm not too sure. But this time around, we introduced the class system, as we mentioned. What class are you going to be going as this time around?
I'm actually gonna have the choice of 2 classes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking about starting off the day assault, see how it goes, pretty basic class, and then I was trying to see if we were gonna need help with medic, or see where help needed to be on the team. I'm pretty sure, us being the Empire, we're not gonna need any kind of help. It's just gonna be a pretty straight wash. But just in case, I brought my loadout to be a medic.
Okay. As an assault, what are you going to be using as your primary? Are you going to be bringing like a riot shield? You're bringing grenades? Because the assault class, for those that don't know, you guys can read up on this yourself. If you scroll down on the tickets themselves on the description, we actually specify all the 4 classes. And if you look at assault is going to be, they use either an SMG or a rifle as their primary. And a special equipment, they can have 2 frag grenades, or just grenades of any kind, as long as they're not pyrotechnics or smokes. And you actually have the ability to use a riot shield or a shield of some sort if you have one. Are you going to be employing any of those special equipment items, or?
Actually, I do have grenades that I am going to bring. I wish that we could use pyro, but we cannot use pyro. So we don't bring pyro, guys. We cannot use it. I do have a Quake 8 grenade, and that's pretty much cheat code when it comes to airsoft. But I am bringing my Tornado 2 grenade. That's pretty good for room clearing and clearing out spaces. So I am going to be running grenades with my loadout.
Okay. So running 2 grenades on your loadout. What primer are you going to be using for assault? Are you going to be using SMG? Or are you using a rifle?
So I do have a backup SMG. I'm going to be running, I have a R15. What is this one right here? My PCC R15.
Okay.
I have that decked out. Thanks, Agrite, for that trade. And my main primary is going to be my MGC4 Mark 1, which I have HPA'd. Sorry, Cisco.
Damn. Cisco's right now, he's rolling it. Wait, I was going to say he's rolling in his grave. He's not dead. Cisco's not dead.
He's not dead. He's alive. But, yeah, when he sees this thing, I honestly, I've built out a few airsoft guns in my time, but I sit here and I just hold this thing when I watch movies sometimes. And I'm like, I'll watch Star Wars, I'll watch Ahsoka, and I'll just have this thing in my hand. Like, what am I doing? I just love this build so much.
Okay. So you have your setup for assault, but for officer, they're not going to be allowed to use either an SMG or a rifle. What do you have in store if you wanted to run officer, like the medic class?
Medic class. So I do have a shotgun build, but it's not quite ready for the BBWars. But I do have pistols that I have ready. So I am going to be bringing my Pit Viper, and I do have a custom Glock that hits pretty hard. So
did you hear what Chef's gonna be doing when he comes? He's gonna be dual wielding fucking pistols when he goes, because he wants to go as officer and dual wield.
You know what? Chef could do that, because last time out he was doing the finger guns, and I think he was missing some things there. But yeah, I need to see Chef out there running his dual pistols and no reloading. He needs to toss those ones, grab 2 new pistols, and do it New York style.
I think for me, like, I'm obviously, you guys know, right? It's no secret that I'm a big LMG enthusiast, so I am going to be running the heavy class. But actually, I think for my secondary class, if I want to switch up, I'm going to bring my SCAR, because I have that set up as a DMR right now, and I believe it still adheres to the FPS limits at SC. So I should be able to run a specialist class if I wanted to. Just because I basically run, it's hilarious. Cisco always says, you run everything but your standard assault class. And I'm like, yes. I don't know. For me personally, and everyone is entitled to feel their own certain way about it, right? Assault class is the easiest to get into for sure, right? It's the most convenient.
Yeah.
That's your standard grunt. Everyone needs that, right? The more of those you have generally, the better. However, I just always find myself like wanting to do more of a specialist role, or more as like something like a little bit more niche, just something a little different, so I can not just stand up for like, I'm built different. No, just because I like doing different things, right? I like having a very specialized role that maybe not too many people can fill out. But if you had to run, right, you're saying officer, between the two, would you rather run heavy or specialist? Just out of curiosity. I think I have you pegged for a specialist, like a DMR guy, but I could be wrong. You might be a secret LMG support gunner and just lying in wait.
The sniper role does sound very fun to me, especially because you get to run an SMG as a side, and that's always appealing because I do have an MP5 that I want to let go and let loose pretty soon, but I do watch a lot of sniper, videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and it does look fun. It's just like a video game. I like to, once you get done running the basic M4 classes, you just branch out. You want to run you want to run your assault class, and you run like the bigger guns and the snipers and stuff like that. So definitely, I want to try sniper first because snipers to get aren't that expensive, and yeah, they seem pretty customizable out of the box, so definitely a sniper class.
No, I get that. Like, I like the idea of a specialist role just because, again, it's like, I like the idea of having a separate squad, like some form of like recce squad, going out, gathering intel, and then just conducting some like sneaky operations right behind enemy lines. That always sounds really, really fun to me, and I might end up doing that during the second game. The first game, I definitely need to be heavy. I don't know if you saw the game rules. For the different game modes we're going to be playing for throughout the day. But the first game mode is an attack and defend, and we are the defenders this time. And while I have full confidence in our ability, statistically, we can't do it indefinitely. So I don't know how it's going to play out. So having more LMGs.
The one good thing about this is that the field layout, SC Village is my home field technically. Okay. So that's where I get a little bit more of an advantage when we were at US Open. I was like, I don't know where to go. I know what I'm doing.
You know all the little sweet spots.
Oh yeah, at SC Village, like I have a little spots where I'm like, yeah, this is where I got those 20 kills last time, and over there is where I got that headshot. Like, just your home field, you just know your spots, you know your lanes, you know the layout, you know the tripping hazards. So
you know exactly where not to go and where to go. No, I get that. That's the advantage of being at your home field, right? Exact advantage. Rilo, you asked the question, is Multicam Black okay for Imperials? Yes, Multicam Black is okay for Imperials. For the Empire side, any camouflage is accepted. The default that most of the time people would go for Empire would be, of course, your standard multicam. But Multicam Black is the second most common we would see. Multicam Black is accepted for Imperial faction as well. All right, so guys, remember, again, we're talking about BBWars right now. Tickets to register are going to be closing Thursday night, so remember to go ahead and order your tickets specifically for the Rebellion, because Rebel tickets right now, orders for those only during this live stream specifically. Once it hits 9:30, that's going to be basically in like an hour 30, or is it an hour 30? Let's see, 8 o'clock. 9:30. Yeah, in an hour and 30 minutes, this is going to be over, so make sure that you take advantage now while you can. Order your Rebel tickets right now because you'll be getting 10 chances of winning $1,200 as part of Thursday's shopping spree giveaway. Not only that, any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will receive 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent on the order itself. Don't miss your opportunity. Take advantage of all the chances you are given. Don't let them go to waste, because I guarantee you, if no one takes advantage, I know the mods and the regulars are going to continue winning, right? You guys, absolutely. Anyone that thinks, right, the first-time viewer, there's no way I'm going to win. Absolutely, there is a shot of you winning, but you have to make sure that you take advantage of all the opportunities that you are given. I know I saw another question. Was it Is anyone gonna be taking any lightsabers? For anyone that doesn't know, melee weapons are not going to be allowed during the event. The only melee weapon, however, that is going to be allowed to be brought onto the field is going to be a lightsaber specifically, right? It doesn't matter what type of lightsaber. It could be like, the cheaper plastic ones that, you push the button down and you swing it and the blade comes out, or you can get the electronic lightsabers as well. Any lightsaber is going to be accepted as a melee weapon. For anyone curious, I am actually going to be bringing my dark saber as well. I know someone actually said as well. Fidel, if I order a ticket, would you ship me out the patch? Fidel, maybe we might be able to. I would say DM us, Fidel. We might be able to do that potentially, right? Again, it would have to come down to the actual, order of the ticket itself, but we'll see. We'll see about that. DM us directly. We might be able to. Okay, so with Arid Revival going on right now, what game mode are you looking forward to the most? Game 1 or Game 2?
Remind me again, which one is Game 2?
No worries. Game 2 is going to be like your Conquest style gameplay, or if you've ever played the original Battlefront, it's that where you have to capture command posts, hold them down for as long as possible, and at the end of the session, which is, I believe, going to be an hour, it's going to be an hour-long game, at the end of the hour, they're going to tally up the points to see how many, or who wins, right? The team with the most amount of points, with the most amount of command points, or command posts that they were able to capture are going to end up the winners of that. So if you ever played, like, again, Battlefield or like Battlefront, it's basically that.
Game 2 is probably going to be my fun point. Yeah.
Really?
I'm looking for that.
Okay. All right. Were you a big fan of like the Battlefield or like Battlefront game franchises?
No, I'm just a fan of the different objectives. The best days of the Airsoft field really are when the staff makes it really fun. So when they come up with these new game objectives, and it's not just team deathmatch every game, that brings an awesome element to it. So I'm glad that I think I was talking to you in the store one of these weekends, and you guys were talking about how it's all going to be done. And I don't want to say too much, but it sounds awesome how it's going to be planned out. And anything we can do to make it more, give it like that video game style, it just adds more to Airsoft.
No, absolutely. Like I love the idea of being able to have, because for those that don't know, right, we did mention a few times. I believe it's Biohazard and NC Village I think it might be Biohazard specifically, will be handing out these wristbands that we use to help capture points. That's how we're going to do it all electronically, right? So if you come across a command post, you're able to go up to it, put your wristband to it, and you're able to basically take it over, right? Then it actually goes to your side much faster the more people you have in the area that are doing the same thing. But having that sort of like extra bit of tech, while it can sound a little intimidating at first for someone like me, because I am a bit of a boomer when it comes to technology, that sounds really fun and really cool, because I've always wanted to do like augmented reality, being able to bring a little bit more technology to your Airsoft game experience to make it feel more like a immersive feeling, right? That's the whole thing. I really want to get the whole immersive experience out there. Mm-hmm. So that's really going to be interesting to see how that plays out, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. Game 2 sounds really fun. I think for me, though, I am looking forward a little bit more to Game 1, just because I genuinely do love like attack and defend style game modes. Like I love it, especially when the other team has more players. Right, that is always got to be like this, like always a thing that's in my mind. It's like, oh man, they outnumber us so much, we got to defend this. It's almost like freaking Black Hawk Down, right? Where you got to defend the freaking Black Hawk.
You know what? The more I think about it and dream how these events can be better, the more I'm like, you know what? I like the what's that Jedi game? It's called Battlefront, right? With the we can release like a Jedi out onto the field, and they kind of act like a juggernaut. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm thinking we should have something like that where we capture a point and we release like a juggernaut into the field where they're like, oh crap.
Oh no, that'd be sick, right?
You know what I mean?
Like you have someone dedicated, like as a for the juggernaut for this type of event, it would be like a legit Jedi, right? So it's like so even though you shoot them, right, they can like just basically say, no, I'm not getting shot, right? They're basically a juggernaut. They walk around. They're not really affected by anything. That really would strike fear, being like, oh shit, who is he? Right? What side is he on?
Yeah, or like the habit where they have to like maybe hit balloons on their back or something weird like that to take down the Jedi. Or I've seen different, Airsoft setups when people do like juggernauts and stuff like that. So,
No, I've seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen that too on a few videos where it's like, yeah, they'll tie balloons to their back and you have to shoot the balloons or you have to shoot the plates or something. I've seen those. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Those are always look really fun. Loneheart Kid, is there anything special I need to do when I place an order right now to enter the giveaway? Absolutely not, Loneheart Kid. All you have to do is place a $20 or greater order to automatically be entered into the shopping spree giveaway. However, for every $50 that you spend, you will be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, right? And that's only going to be during this live stream period right now. So once 9:30 hits, that is going to be the end of the promo, right? Not only that, but orders for Rebellion tickets for BB Wars. If you order your Rebel ticket right now, only during this live stream, you will be receiving 10 entries as opposed to the regular 5. So make sure that you go ahead and get your orders in right now. You don't have to do anything special. It's automatic. We do it for you, bro. You don't have to do anything else. Let's see here. Okay, so we've talked about, what game modes you're going to be looking forward to, what classes you're going to end up running. I believe there was one more question I wanted to. Oh yeah, when it came to BB Wars, right? And when it came to Coastal Front specifically, what was one thing that you wish that could have been improved and you're hoping to see it be improved during Arid Revival?
Everything when it comes down to a theme event, I think the more immersive you can make it towards that theme, I think the better. So this may sound weird, but if we can get some like Star Wars theme music while we're fighting, maybe some like I can set up speakers somehow to where you always hear like, certain kind of like background music or something. I think that adds to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to do. You can't really dress up a field for an event, but I did see you guys promo for BB Wars at SC Village, and that outpost got me hyped. I'm telling you, when I saw that last video you guys did where the rebels attacked, I think the Empire outpost.
Yeah, when they're ambushing.
I was like, I am in. Like, I am. That video got me. I watched it like 10 times, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
No, yeah, dude. Like that's a big shout out to Boaz, by the way. Big shout out to Boaz for being able to put that together. He's like definitely got that. He definitely has that director's like talent. I would say he's got that director's vision. He knows what he wants. He knows how to achieve it, and he does a fantastic job. Even when sometimes we won't lie, like any production, right? Sometimes there are budget limits. Sometimes there are limitations to what you can do with the resources you're given. He makes it work every single time. He found that, and he's like, oh hell yeah, this has to be where he filmed it. So kudos to him and SC Village for allowing him to use that. But yeah, no, like I'm all there with you, honestly, when it comes to immersion. Being able to add little things like that. I like what you said too about adding music in the background. It may be silly because obviously in like combat, you wouldn't really be jamming out to your favorite tunes or anything, right? But I think for Airsoft, being able to play music just adds to the overall immersive factor, and I think that's a good thing. Like, I would love it if you could, hear the Imperial March playing, right, on one side of the map.
Yeah.
And then you go to the other side of the map, and then you hear, like, maybe, like, the theme of the Rebellion, right, or the theme of the Resistance playing, where it's like, oh, shit, I'm in enemy territory right now.
Exactly, just like making the field layout a little bit more specified towards the theme of the event. I mean, it's hard to do because there's less money and costs that go into that kind of thing. I mean, the more you can do in that direction, the better.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, I think that's a huge part of it, so that's where I stand on that.
Okay, what do you think, or let's assume that it's in the future right now, right? Arid Revival just passed. We all had an absolute blast. We had a great time. It was good gameplay, right? A lot of cool memories. Got to hang out after. What would you want to see for future BB Wars events, right? I know you said one thing you wanted to improve on was like anything that's going to add to the immersion factor. But what would you like to see specifically for future BB Wars events as a regular Airsoft player, as someone who enjoys Star Wars, as someone who enjoys Airsoft? What would you, as a customer of a BB Wars event, like to see?
I watch a lot of Airsoft events overseas, and I think the UK is kind of got us beat when it comes down to the areas they get to play in. There's always some cool abandoned warehouse and some crazy forest they get to go play in. So stretching out the event, bigger area to play in, just broader set of rules, and just making it not really a Milsim type of event, but making it like, just bigger, more objectives. For me, like I told you in this, like when I go store and I talk to you, like I wanted to get into Milsim stuff. So like, actually going maybe a mile in one direction or half a mile, I'm not sure the distance, to get to your next objective. Like that to me is exciting. That to me, like, you capture one point and then you get to walk to the next point, or, you don't know what's on the way. So I think a bigger area would be awesome.
Okay, so a bigger AO. Bear in mind, guys, this BBWars that we're coming up on, Arid Revival, it's not just like one map that we're going to be going, because SC Village has several different maps, if you guys know what we're talking about, right? It's not just one map. They are opening up like 3 different maps for us, all putting them all in one. So we're gonna have that. You actually, I don't want to spoil too much, but you are actually going to be getting a little bit of that, Darktree. You're going to be getting that sort of like feeling where it's like, even though we have like a good amount of players going, right, you are still going to be getting that feeling of like, oh, I actually have to go out and search for like the enemy, or like they have to go out and search for us. Like there's a little bit of like walking that might be around as well. So even though it is going to be more faster paced gameplay, there is still a little bit of that, like, oh, they could be hiding anywhere, you don't know where they are, right? There is going to be a little bit of that.
If you guys don't know, SC Village is a pretty big airsoft field, like a airsoft area. So they have a lot of fields. Some of those fields bigger than others, but when I heard that they're going to be combining fields, I was like, okay, this is more going the direction of what I want when I'm talking about bigger areas, So we're on the right path for sure.
Okay. What would you say is like, if we're talking about AOs, what is your dream like AO? Where would you love to be able to go ahead and play? Like what sort of field or what type of map would you love to see, or the type of environment? Because for me, my biggest dream to this day, because I've played on an aircraft carrier before, which was dope. That was awesome. I want personally to either play in a jungle, or I would want to play on like some type of like oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. That would be amazing. That would be awesome.
So I have airsoft dreams. I'm not sure if you guys have airsoft dreams like I do, but I was thinking like something where we go from the city to like a beach area, and we have to take boats to get to an island to complete whatever objective mission. But that's just me in my head. But I know there's places in LA that there's like little islands that we could possibly make something like that happen. But that's just me.
No, that sounds awesome, dude. I love being able to have like multi-stage operations. Like for me, I think I would want it the other way around. I would want it to be like you start off on a boat, right? You start off on a boat and you have to like do a whole like beach landing, kind of like a Normandy type deal. Have to get out, clear any sort of defenses they have, and then go into a town or like a city and clear it out. That sounds to me like that's like, oh, ideal.
Yeah, like to get the feeling that you're like actually completing your objectives to actually win the entire war. Like small battles win the war, so winning those small battles along the way to actually win the entire BBWars would be awesome. So.
No, absolutely. All right, Darktree, I want to give a big thank you to actually sticking around for this live stream. I don't want to take too much of your time, right? But I do appreciate you sticking around for all of my questions. Was there anything you wanted to go ahead and add to the chat right now, to everyone that's watching, to all the viewers at home? Anything you want to say?
I want to say subscribe to Airsoft. I mean, shameless plug, but first of all, before I plug my channel, seriously, thank you guys for all the support, all the awesome comments. I really do mean when I say in my videos, your support really helps me out a lot. And a lot of you guys have really been like giving your feedback, and it's been a lot of positive stuff. So thank you guys. I really, really do appreciate it.
No, of course. Like I'm like subscribed, man. Yeah, I do like your content. If you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to Darktree's YouTube channel, which is just Darktree, right? Darktree Airsoft?
Yeah, just Darktree. Darktree Airsoft. You should be able to find me. It's really just Darktree, but Darktree Airsoft. Hopefully it pops up.
There you go.
And please, I really appreciate the subs and likes and all that good stuff,
There you go. All right, bro. I will be letting you go here. Thank you for joining me on my live stream, and I'll be seeing you at BBWars, my brother.
All right, I'll see you guys there. Thanks.
No worries, man. Have a good night.
All right, later, Isaiah. Bye.
All right, guys, you heard it here from the source himself, right? Again, it's going to be an absolute blast. Dark Tree, again, big shout out to him. Thank you for coming on to the live stream. But yeah, he's going to be at BBWars. We got several regs going out to BBWars as well. We got several new people coming out to BBWars as well. You do not want to go out and miss out. Remember, order your tickets today, right? Orders for the Empire will be getting you 5 entries in the shopping spree. However, you order yourself a Rebel ticket. Get the Rebellion ticket. You will be receiving 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 10 chances of winning. $1,200 all for yourself. You do not want to miss this opportunity, right? This promo is only going to be lasting till the end of the live stream, which is going to be at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remember, any order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be receiving 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent. That can be for BBs, green gas, batteries, chargers, tactical gear, airsoft guns, combos. Does not matter what it is. As long as it's $50 or more, you'll be getting the 5 entries. However, it's per $50 spent. So if you spend like about $100, a little bit more, you'll be receiving 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. $150, that's 15. You guys get the idea. Don't miss your opportunity. Place your orders now while you guys can. And remember, this is a Q&A live stream, so if you guys have any Airsoft-related questions, you guys want to ask me personal questions, you guys want to ask questions about BBWars, I will be happy to answer as many as I possibly can. Just make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question in the live chat. It can't be the comment section. It has to be the live chat specifically. That's the only place where I can actually see. Right, but for me personally, I am super excited for BBWars. I'm ready to go. I got my guns in. Like I'm super hyped. Right, I am actually going to be running the heavy classes I've mentioned before. So I'm going to be your resident LMG boy. But I might also switch out to specialist. But what class are y'all going to be running? What class are you guys going to be running this time around for Arid Revival? And if you guys haven't already bought your tickets, get your tickets now while you can. Thank you. Go from brought me another LaCroix. All right, so guys, let me know down in the live chat if you have any Airsoft-related questions or what class you're going to be running to also for BBWars. And if you have any questions about it, by all means, I am more than willing to go ahead and answer as many as you possibly can. And if you can, share this around with as many people as possible. If you know anyone that would enjoy going to BBWars, but you need help just convincing them, doing that last little push, make sure to go ahead and send them our way so we can go and convince them for you. Again, the more people we have going to this event, the better, right? Let's see here. Casper, extra tickets equals extra patches. Maybe. I'd have to see about that one, right? We'd have to see about that one. Yeah, we'd have to see. Potentially, if anything, Casper, you can also DM us directly as well. I don't have the answer for that one. I would assume so, but at the same time, we also kind of want to keep it an exclusive type like deal, right? So it's like only for attendees. So I guess you could buy it. Could you get the patch? Maybe. And if you bought more than one, could you get more than one? I would assume so. But again, it's one of those like you kind of have to be there in order to get the patch. We want to keep it an exclusive for those that actually attended. So, I mean, granted, DM us directly. We'll see what we can do. Let's see here. Zero Scape Specialist. Oh, good choice. That is actually my second choice as well. I just love the idea of being able to be like a small, lightweight unit that goes out and just does a little bit of like intel gathering, right? Maybe goes ahead and stirs up the hornet's nest a little bit and then retreats back, provides intel for the rest of the team. Reports enemy movement and positions, and then get some pretty cool long-distance kills, right, where they can't see us. That sounds to me like an absolute fun time. Let's see. I know there's a few more questions that I saw earlier on here as well. Hawaii BBWars, down for that. Casper, that sounds awesome, man. Like Fidel, let me know, dude. I've always wanted to know what airsofting in Hawaii was like. From what I've seen, it looks, pretty standardized as far as the fields, but are there any sort of like events or bigger events that happen, like say in the on the interior of the island at all, or anything like that? Any sort of like use of the environment in a more Milsim like setting? Let me know. Again, anyone that plays in Hawaii, I'm very curious to hear this. I would think, right, there should be, right? If you have one of the most beautiful, islands, collection of islands there, you would be using some of it, right, for a Milsim event. I would hope so. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Where are we staging? The Airsoft side parking lot? I would believe so. I haven't heard too many details about that specifically, but I believe this is going to be the Airsoft side. It might be centralized now that I think about it. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Zeroscape. Let's see here. Make sure. I know that there was a question asked me about an LMG. Oh, this one, homie AB, what's going on, dude? Is your coworker Kevin going to be playing? Haven't seen him in your guys' videos. Kevin is a very busy man. Unfortunately, he is due to scheduling. He will not be able to go to BBWars this time around. It has been a hot minute since he has been in a video. But if we get enough support asking for him back, then yeah, we might be able to. It's been a while since I last saw Kevin. Saw Sigma not too long ago. That's true. Both Sigma and a few of his homies are also good. Sigma 013, if you guys are familiar with the indoor scene, specifically like N1, Tech City, he's actually pretty big there. He is actually going to be going and rolling to BBWars as well. So again, guys, if you want to go ahead and, maybe go ahead and shoot Cisco or also any of us, right? You're more than welcome to go ahead and get your tickets, specifically for the Rebellion faction, which again, will be getting you 10 entries in the shopping free giveaway. Let's see here. I know there was an LMG question. Okay, here we go. This one comes from Gigs. Isaias, would you actually go for the Golden Eagle MCR over the A&K M249 Mark 46 or the Lance Tactical M249 and Mark 46? Lancer Tactical M249. I'm really looking on switching my rifles. Thanks. I don't think Lancer did the 249. Do you mean the Classic Army? The Classic Army and the A&K are essentially the same gun. The A&K is a clone of the Classic Army model. It depends, Gigs, on what you want to do. If you were looking for I would say for sure, this is going to fit the Milsim vibes. You're trying to do like an actual Milsim event and really fill out the support gunner role. Then I would say go for the A&K or the Classic Army. Preferably, I would say the Classic Army here. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? The Classic Army M249 is a platform that I've been running for years, and it has been nothing but good to me, right? It has been absolute amazing. I've had that for 4 years now. I've had that for 5 years now. Yeah, I've had that for 5 years, and that thing has been an absolute monster, right? It holds up to and I've abused that thing, man. I have absolutely abused that gun, right? I try to baby it, but it just happens, It just sometimes you drop it. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Oh, hell yeah, especially right now, right? I would say go for the Classic Army because it is I feel a bigger or a better deal for me personally. Here's the thing, and if you guys haven't watched our latest main YouTube video, our main review video, talking about some of my personal favorite LMGs that we carry at Airsoft, which I highly recommend you do. It's some good content there. I'm actually very proud of that video. Make sure you go and check it out. I'm very proud of that video. Boaz did a good job editing it. But I actually really do like the Classic Army one because I feel like it's better bang for your buck. Right now it's on a shocker deal actually for like another day. So again, y'all don't have a whole lot of time to jump on this, right? For $391.49, and in this day and age, for a full metal, like actually using a lot of steel components for your 249, for that little, I would say it's 100% worth it. It's most likely like a little bit cheaper than the A&K ones because it doesn't already out of the box come included with the bigger nutsack mag bigger box mag magazine. I would recommend in the future getting the nutsack mag. The nutsack mag is ideal, right? But it doesn't come included with a big box mag, so that I believe is going to be keeping the cost down, right? So, which is totally fine, right? Because again, 249s can take M4 mags. So if you want to run just regular AR magazines in the meantime, like some mid caps, or even if you do want to run a high cap, right? Then yeah, absolutely go for it, man. Like that's a move that I did for a long time, right? And I loved it. I didn't mind it. I ran it just fine. This would be the one that honestly I would suggest out of all of them. However, if you were just trying to dip your toes in the water, you're not doing any sort of like hardcore Milsim event, then I would say the Golden Eagle MCR is a great option. The Golden Eagle My Chemical Romance. Golden Eagle MCR, right? Golden Eagle MCR is essentially, right, based off the, what was it, Ares Defense System? I forget the actual name of the company. The Shrike LMG, which either came in, if I remember correctly, it was a complete LMG package where it was the whole gun, or it was just the upper receiver kit. So you would essentially take the upper off of your ARs or off your M4s, and you would slap this on, install it, and you basically now had an LMG, right? Personally, I like and especially at that price too. The short barrel version, I think I feel like it's a little bit cooler in my opinion, but you can go the long barrel. That's totally fine too. But bear in mind the short barrel is on a shocker deal as well for like less than $300. So if you were looking for something very budget friendly, that wasn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, and was going to be very upgradable and easy to get into, this is definitely the right choice, right? Because again, at the end of the day, this is still essentially a AR with a LMG upper. It has a box mag on it. You can still run regular M4 magazines and it'll look like totally fine. From a distance, no one will even look at you twice, right? It's a very convenient platform. You can very easily make some pretty cool ass builds off it. Because again, it's using a standard version 2 gearbox. You can build the absolute snot out of this thing, right? So it really depends on what you're looking for. I would say if you're a absolute, beginner getting into the LMG gang and you wanted something that was going to be very easy to get into, and you wanted something that was going to be very convenient, and it wasn't going to be too different from the AR platforms that we're all used to, go with the MCR. If you were looking to take the plunge and go like headfirst into like the LMG scene, right, specifically for like a milsim setting, then go with the classic Army 249, or you can get the A&K one. Both of those are essentially the same gun. You can build them out, right? But it ultimately depends on what you're hoping to do with it. Okay, answer that one. All right, let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Anyone else planning to be at ASGI on Friday? Okay, so guys, if you haven't, remember, right now, pretty much anytime, Airsoft GI has a will call option, right? So if there's anything you need for BBWars, right, you want to get it sooner than later, if you're a resident of the California area, or if you're going to be driving down to SoCal, I would highly recommend that you set your orders right now to will call. Will call is going to be completely free, right? There's no cost shipping it. It ships directly to the storefront, and it generally will take 1 to 2 business days for it to arrive. You'll be receiving an email when it actually arrives in the storefront, meaning that it's ready for pickup. So I would highly recommend, if you want to do some last minute shopping, make sure to set your orders now during this live stream so you can qualify for more entries into the giveaway, and you'll be able to go ahead and pick up your stuff by Friday. So just throwing that idea out there, right? Trying to get you guys the most potential of winning the shopping spree giveaway while also saving you the most amount of time and money, right? But yeah, Casper, that's going to be actually really cool. I don't think, Casper, we've actually ever met in person. That'll actually be really cool. Again, that's another personal thing for me too. I genuinely do love meeting a lot of the viewers. Like we've never made an introduction before. We've never made contact. It'd be sweet, right? Like to actually be like, oh, hey, what's going on, man? I'm Casper from the live stream, or I'm Blackbrick from the live streams, right? I'll be like, oh, sweet, I can finally put a face to the name, right? That's how I felt for all the mods, right? That are with us, right? That I've had the pleasure of meeting, right? Like Brewer, Darktree, right? Chef, Trinity, some of the regs, right? Like freaking Stitch, right? Like it was always a pleasure to meet them. Like when I first met Stitch, I was like, oh, that's who you look like. Okay, cool. That's who you are, right? It's always cool to do that, right? But yeah, if you guys are going to be coming in doing your last minute shopping, make sure you get I would say do your shopping tonight, so that way you get all the stuff in, set it for will call so that you can get it in on Friday for a pickup, right? That's what I would highly, highly, highly recommend. Blackberry, do I need to do anything important for parking or table situations? No, I wouldn't imagine so. I believe just show up there early, right? I would just imagine just show up early as soon as you can. Remember, registration starts at 8, so it helps to be a little early. Set up your table. It's first come, first serve, right, at the end of the day, so you place your stuff down on whatever table you want. That would probably be the biggest thing. That would probably be the biggest thing that I would suggest. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. I don't have a favorite spot. I've only been to SC twice recently. I haven't been there for like 12 years before that. Holy shit, Zero Escape. Yeah, SC Village is not my home field, right? I drive a little bit further out. I typically go to like Wildlands, or I'll go indoors to Project N1. Hell, I've been starting to go to Hollywood Sports a little bit more often. Very, very fun fields. But SC Village, I've been, and it's a fun place, man. It's a really cool field. It can get pretty massive sometimes too. Make sure I'm not missing anything. GG says, a highly underrated category of products on ASGI are the large variety of aftermarket stocks. You know those ugly cranes for like $10 and get a dope stock? Yeah, GG, that's totally an option you can do, right? If you guys were looking for something to go ahead and change out on your gun, changing the stock can actually offer quite a few benefits, not just cosmetic, but also practicality too. There are a lot of stocks, like I'll take this MCR for example, right? This was one gun that I genuinely do like, but I have one major criticism, and that's got to be I guess two. One of them's small, but the major criticism is the stock itself. Even though it's a little bit chunkier, it doesn't offer more battery space, which is what I don't like. I don't like a stock that's going to be a little bit thicker or taller or whatever, bigger than just your standard like LE stock, but doesn't offer a whole lot of battery space, right? This pretty much is still relegated to the buffer tube alone, which isn't a problem, if you have the right battery, but it's nice to have, especially for an LMG, it's nice to have a larger milliamperage battery. Like in the video, again, I highly recommend you guys check that video out. In the video, I specifically state that I personally would love to see a nice stubby stock, right? A nice CQB stubby stock on there. Golden Eagle, Lance Tactical, they have one. I would recommend putting that on because that will offer you plenty of battery space for like a nice size chunky brick that you can throw on in there, and you don't got to worry about the battery, right? You don't got to worry about it at all, about it dying. It's fully charged. You're good. You're done, right? You're good to go, right? All day of play, all day. And I think it would look aesthetically pleasing as well. I think the short barrel version specifically lends itself well to that design. But yeah, you can, again, with any like AR, any airsoft gun, if it has a buffer tube option, generally changing out the stock is an easy thing that you can do. And again, anything $20 or more, and you guys are automatically entered the shopping spree giveaway. But again, promo above my head right now, right? Any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree for every $50 spent. Think multiples of 50, you're getting 5 entries per, right? And you order yourself a Rebel ticket right now, only during this live stream, right? Which is going to be ending in literally like 1 hour, right? You are going to be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree. That's $1,200 that you guys can win for yourself. So don't pass up this opportunity and place your orders. And if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, leave a thumbs up on this live stream, and share this around with as many people as possible. And if you haven't already, if you're not, subscribe. We're doing watching all this free content. We're giving out so much good content and for free, and all we ask that you guys subscribe. So make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we drop new content. Let's see here. A stream or two ago, you said you liked the recoil of the M249 NGRS over the VFC-2V, where you use the VFC-249. One of my buddies, Jay Leather, actually owns one. He had pre-ordered one like when they first dropped, and it took a long ass time, but he was able to get his eventually, and he brought it out to play. We played at Hollywood Sports, and I got to use it. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun gun, but there are a few things I don't like about it, and for the price, it felt like it could have been a little better. I'm not saying bad. It's not bad. It's not bad, but my expectations, maybe, I don't know if I'm being unrealistic, but I feel like it could have been a little bit better. I understand why they did some things with it, but for me personally, I'm going to go ahead and say the NGRS 249 honestly is better. I know it's definitely a lot more expensive. I get it. You will never hear me saying you have to get this LMG, right? You will never hear me saying that. However, right, if you had the means to do it, there's really no doubt in my mind that this gun is worth it, right? If you had the means, right? If you had the means to be able to spend that much money, then yeah, I'd say do it, right? It's freaking fun. It's the most fun LMG I have ever shot. And I have shot the gas version. I've shot so many different LMGs out there, right? I own several different LMGs, right? I own a 240. Well, that's more of an MMG, but still, you get the idea. I own a lot of machine guns, right? I own 249s. I've had 240, right? I own a 240 right now. I have RPK. Right? And they're all fun. Don't get me wrong. They're all really, really fun. Nothing, is quite like being able to shoot full auto on a field, right? Being one of the few privileged guys that gets to go full auto, right? That's cool. Or at the very least, burst fire. It's really, really cool. But this just makes running an LMG so much more fun. It's like so refreshing that something new can be added to it, as opposed to just, oh, this gun shoots full auto. It's like, okay. I really do appreciate what TM did with this. And again, the fact that you can win one for like $179 in our mystery box is fucking insane, man. And the free shipping, right? Again, even beyond that, right? Like all the prizes on here are freaking dope, right? What do you got? Like freaking VFC, you got Elite Force, LCT, KWA, Classic Army, Zion Arms, ENL. Oh, dude, like it's Kalashnikov USA, right? Like literally the lowest costing prize is $199. It's $199, and the cost of the box is $179. Like, it's a steal, man. No matter what you do, no matter how you slice it, no matter what you get, it is going to be a guaranteed dub no matter what. So that's freaking insane. That's what I'm saying, man. I would say, yeah. Just do it. And you're going to get 10 entries in the shop. Actually, for this one, you'll be getting 15 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Yeah, you'll be getting 15. Only during this live stream, though. Only during this live stream. So you got to make sure that you place your orders now while you can. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm missing anything. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Okay, this one comes from Ronald, who are planning on assault. But if we need more officers, the first game, I am willing. But if my mystery box that arrives tomorrow has an LMG, Ronald Hoover, I'm just saying, right? You never know what you're gonna get. But no, that's a good idea, right? Running assault, I think, is generally like the easiest for most people to get into, right? Like you want the hack, right? If you're thinking in your head, okay, maybe going BBWars doing airsoft events is too expensive. Not really, right? Let me cook, right? $50 for entry, yes, right? That's $50 for entry, but bear in mind, I've seen tickets go for way more for other airsoft events, so $50 is more than fair, right? You're getting 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway if you order the Rebel tickets, right? Perk 1. Perk 2, with going Rebels, there's no uniform requirement. There is no uniform required. The rules specifically state that you cannot wear camouflage clothing, but everything else after that goes. You can literally go in like your pajamas that you're probably wearing right now. You can literally go in that. Boaz has done plenty of IG stories, right, saying like showing off that he's in his boxers. He's like, hey, This, what I'm wearing, is approved Rebel uniform, is an approved Rebel, loadout that you can wear. Like, yeah, absolutely, you can wear as little as just your boxers, and at the end of the day, that's okay, right? That is totally okay. Boaz has done it plenty of times, right, where he's shown up in American flag silkies, played out, and you know what? That was his choice, and it worked, right? Because it was very easy to distinguish him as a rebel, right? Because again, Empire is only going to be wearing camouflage clothing. Rebels are wearing civilian clothing, or if you want to wear like just solid colors, that's another thing too you can do as well. But it's going to be very easy to go as Rebel. If you don't have a whole lot of money for gear, guess what? You don't need a whole lot of money for gear. You can go in literally just your regular civilian clothing, right? The only thing I would suggest that you would probably pick up would be, if you don't already own it, would be maybe some type of chest rig, right? Or hell, even a back. Yeah, I've seen guys literally show up in just a backpack, right, to carry their extra magazines, right? You could totally do that. It's super cheap, right, to go ahead and do these events. And again, it's going to be awesome because they're opening up so much of the maps to us, right? They're opening like 3 different maps for us to go ahead and use all in once, right? So yeah, I would highly recommend you pick it up now while you can. Because again, the Rebellion needs your help, right? I could use some more targets to shoot at. So just get your tickets now while you can. Regardless, I'm getting there super early so I get a good parking spot. No, absolutely, that's the move. Get there early. Get there early just to make sure that we can all register and sign in as soon as possible. The sooner we can do that, the sooner we can get playing, right? Black, my brother is going to start as a specialist. Yeah, man, that's a great class to choose from. Again, I love the idea of being a specialist, going out there, gathering intel, reporting enemy movement. Isaias, is the park open to the public that day? Do you know if we're staging on the Airsoft side or main paintball side? I believe for that one, I think you might have answered this one later on. I believe that is still going to be open to the public, but they're going to be closing off the fields that we are going to be like reserving. We're essentially reserving those fields. I believe we're parking on the Airsoft, staging on the Airsoft side. If I'm not mistaken, we're still staging on the Airsoft side, but the fields are going to be opening up for us, and no one else is going to be using them. Like, no one else is going to be using those fields for the day, so we're going to have those for us. I know there was a issue a little while back. Well, even with other Airsoft events, that's happened before, where it's like, you think you reserve a field and then they're not going to. We're going to have those fields to ourselves, right? No one else is going to be getting on those fields, just us. We confirmed it. We're going to be making sure that that field remains in, like, I guess, not possession, but in reserve for us to use, right? No one else is going to be using that. But I do believe it's still going to be open to the public for, like, regular paintball, if I'm not mistaken, for just regular paintball. Let's see here. Black Brick Ops patches. Those are going to be patches, Black Brick, are going to be exclusive to attendees of BBWars, right? Those are going to be, again, that's going to be a exclusive patch for guys that got the tickets and made it out to the event itself, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's how we wanted it to go. Yeah. Let's see, it keeps going up. Based on what I'm hearing, we can change classes as long as we have the arms to do so. L. Eric, yes, you should be able to go ahead and change classes, not in the middle of a game. Just not in the middle of a game, right? If, you were like, oh, yeah, I'm running LMG at the start of this game, and, halfway through I want to be like, oh, I want to switch to this other class. No, you're not able to do that. It has to be the next game that you switch over to, right? If you have the guns and everything else needed to satisfy that kit, the requirements for it, then, yeah, I would say go for it. But you cannot switch in the middle of the game. You have to stick to the class that you committed to when you started, right? After the game is over, yes, you can switch over. Keeps going through. Okay, should be caught up on all those. Scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Guys, if you have any Airsoft-related questions about BBWars or just Airsoft in general, you're more than welcome to ask your question in the live chat. Just make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question. It makes it a lot easier for me to see. You are welcome to ask your question more than once if I haven't already answered it, but just don't spam. No spamming or you will be kicked, right? So Just it's not going to be a good time for anyone, so just do that. And remember, promo above my head. Any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? You have less than an hour left. You will be receiving 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent. So $50, that's 5 entries. $100, that's 10 entries. $150, that's 15 entries. You guys get the idea. Think multiples of 50. You'll be getting 5 per, right? Not only that, orders right now for the Rebellion faction for BBWars Air Revival, you'll be receiving 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway, so don't miss out. And right now, only during the stream, if you order a Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box, you will be getting 15 entries in the shop. Normally you get 10, but during the stream only, Just because of how much it costs, you'll be receiving 15 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, so don't miss out. And again, the top prize you can win on this is the Tokyo Marui Next Generation Recoil Shock Mark 46 Mod 0, but there are still banging prizes that you can win even if you don't win that. So yeah, definitely worth it. So make sure you place your orders now while you can. And we still got shocker deals, right? We still got plenty of guns that are on a shocker deal right now. So you guys got to make sure you take advantage of those as well, because those are not going to be lasting very long. You have like about a day left before they're over. So now would definitely be the time to do it. Now would definitely be the time to go ahead and place your orders and get as many entries into winning $1,200 all for yourself. Let's scroll on the most recent comments and questions. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I can't wait to actually get to use my Ares Striker with my Minecraft SKD HPA kit and playing some people. Absolutely. Dude, I'm curious to see that, man. I'm very curious to see that. I love seeing other people's builds. I love seeing what other people run. It's always a good thing about like Airsoft gameplay. Have you seen the new gas factories dry leather? I haven't personally seen them yet. I have seen a little bit of stuff, but I haven't had any firsthand experience yet. So I'm very curious to see how those are going to be. Make sure I'm missing anything. Let's see. Old man brain. What the heck? What the heck's going on? I'll be sure to say hi if I remember. Old man brain, dude. It's not even old man brain. You know what that is? That's what we call goldfish brain, right? Just because what is it? A goldfish can only remember like 5 seconds prior, right? That's why they're always smiling. Be a goldfish. Eli Prather, will we ever get an MGC4 Mark III? If so, when will it be released? So yes, there will eventually be a Mark III, right? There will eventually be a Mark III at some point, as far as we can tell. There seems to be pretty good demand for it. So yeah, but as far as an ETA, that is entirely up there. We haven't even like fully developed anything at this point, right? Nothing is set in stone. We're right now in the process of shooting a few ideas out there, right? We're entertaining the thought of a couple different inspirations, right? That we've all had different ideas, because again, this is a collaborative effort, not just between the manufacturer, Airsoft GI, our input, but also with the community as well, what you guys want. Because again, we want to make sure that we put out a gun that, well, obviously, yeah, we're at retail. We want it to sell. We want it to sell because it's a good gun. We want it to be a gun that's going to leave a very good experience with everyone, right? So we got to take everyone's input into consideration and see what's going to ultimately weigh out in the end. Let's keep going through. How early can we get there? When does the park lot open? So registration opens at 8. I don't know what time they open, like the doors and so it's literally, you could just drive on in, but I would suggest probably 30 to an hour early. I would normally suggest 30 to an hour early. You don't have to show up that early, but it is easier to set up and get everything ready when you can do it ahead of time, and registration goes by a lot faster when everyone's there and good to go. You know what I mean? Like, we're able to get on the field playing a lot faster. LeafsFan8034, recommendations on a good Airsoft birthday gift for my friend. I would gift them with BBWars tickets, to be honest. Honestly, I would gift them with BBWars tickets, to be honest. Right? Because it's one thing to get them like, oh yeah, Airsoft gear. And it's like, hey, I got you this ticket for this awesome event that's going to be going down. That's what I would suggest. But LeafsFan8034, normally, like, my recommendation when it comes to like birthday gifts for most people, because again, we don't always know what the other person wants for sure, and it depends on the budget you have as well, right? How much were you willing to spend? A lot of people wouldn't normally spend a whole lot of money on an airsoft gun for their person of interest, because again, they might not like it. So what I normally suggest is giving out gift vouchers, right? Gift vouchers are definitely something that I would recommend for someone's birthday. Because then you can choose the amount, right? $25, $50, or if you want to do even $100, right? Absolutely, you can do that as well. And they can use that at their leisure at any point in time that they so choose to, right? And they can use it towards anything, whether it be a new airsoft gun, some extra supplies that they might have needed, some consumables, tactical gear, whatever it may be. They'll have the credit there ready for them, waiting for whenever they want to use it. That's what I would personally suggest. That's what I would honestly suggest for me personally. As it keeps going up, keeps going through. I'll put a small meta cross on the rear window with blue painter tape so you can find my car, lol. Round trip tickets to California for BBWars or TM Mark 46. Ooh, honestly, as much as I would normally want to say like, yeah, the Mark 46, you have the means for it. Honestly, tickets to California. Like, seriously, I would say BBWars. Like, that's got to be like the biggest thing. Because while the Mark 46 is fantastic, right, and it is pricey, it is still fantastic though, nothing's really going to beat the experience of playing a BBWars event, right? Like, oh, I just popped my neck. That felt amazing. When it came to, my first experience with BBWars, I was excited, but I didn't expect to be that hyped for the event, right? Especially when push came to shove and we were actually playing. I had so much fun during that event. It was such a blast.
right? The games were fun, the field was dope, the experience like of going to like the road trip itself was fun, right? I had an absolute blast. Like I felt so like I don't know how to. I felt so cool, like going out with the boys, right? Going out with Justin, Boaz, Cisco, even Bossman. That was like a really, really cool experience, right? I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I got to go. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like I really, really did enjoy that experience, and I want the same experience for everyone else, right? At the end of the day, I want everyone to have that same really cool experience. Because even after the game was over, even after it was done, it's not like it was like it finished, right? It just the whole experience ended there. No, we all hung out after. We hung out after. We got to shoot the shit. We got to eat some grub. It was kind of funny. We got some funny stories from that for sure. But we literally did build memories that are gonna stay within that like community that are never going away, right? That's gonna be like a special memory or special bond that we'll have with all the guys that went out there. Chef Panikage, Trinity, Fidel, right? Real Wild. Seabass, freaking Brewer, right? Real Wild's kid. Like it was just such a fun time, right? It was just such an absolute blast. Dark Tree, RGK, Ackright, like I just it was so fun, right? And again, we're gonna be able to do the same thing, right? We're gonna be able to do essentially the same thing every time we go to these BBWars events. So it's not just ending at when the game's over, right? It's like we still have so much stuff we got to do and hang out, right? Because we're a community at this point. We really are a community at this point, right? So and nothing makes me feel better than being able to hang out with the bros, hang out with the boys. You know what I mean? That's just you just can't take that away. That's such a good experience, and you can't put a price tag on that, really. At the end of the day. Keeps going through. I assume it can be used, but I can run a Classic Army Stoner for the heavy class. Yeah, you should be able to. The Classic Army Stoner is a recognized LMG. Yeah, you should be able to. There should be no problem. I actually like the Stoner too. Stoner is actually really cool. I love the fact that the hop-up chambers are interchangeable with 249s. That's something that always like kind of like tripped me out. I thought that was hilarious. Actually, even before the video that came out on Friday, I actually didn't know that the is it the PKM or the PKP? No, yeah, that the PKM used an M60 hop chamber and a 249 gearbox. Like that was crazy to me. Like I was like, what the frick is this thing, right? But no, those guns that I put in that review video on Friday. I would recommend. Those are my top 5 picks for LMGs that we carry at Airsoft. I would recommend if you were looking at it, getting it into an LMG. Take a look at that list. It's really helpful, really insightful. I would recommend giving it a watch. Keeps going through. Can you wear a Speedo, Least Fan 8034? Yeah, absolutely you can. Would I recommend it? Okay, no, but you can. You absolutely can. Just bear in mind, that's direct skin contact on pretty much everywhere on your body that isn't your butt or your crotch area, right? That is immediate skin contact that it's going to... And even then, with the Speedo, because I wore Speedos for a good portion of my life, right, competitively. And I got to tell you, man, like, it's not really thick fabric, right? It like, a BB goes through, like, and hits you, like, you're going to feel it still, even if you have that layer on there. You're still going to feel it, bro. So I personally wouldn't, but if you're bold, if you're very confident in the fact that you're not going to get hit, I would say go for it. But just wear some knee pads and maybe a plate carriage, just to kind of help cover up a little bit more. Just so you can, right? Let's see, make sure this is Chef Panikage birthday. No, Chef Panikage, no birthday suits, please, no, don't do it, stop it, get some help. All right, pajama loadout coming soon, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, I've used some like tactical gear, like some old surplus Russian like gear before. I've tried them on, right? And I gotta tell you, man, it's like playing in pajamas sometimes. Like it feels so comfy, right? Like it's so comfortable, right? And so cozy, and still very lightweight without being like super heavy or super baggy or anything. Like, it just felt very cool, right? So again, there might be something to a pajama loadout. That very well might be the next move. See here. Make sure it keeps rolling through. I believe I saw one of the... So there's one giveaway per week now. They're all on Thursdays. Yes, GG. We've actually been doing this for close to about 2 years now. Yeah, where we do a shopping spree giveaway every week. Every single week we do it. We've been doing it for the last year and a couple months now, about to be 2 years now. Yeah, we've been doing it every week, and they're always going to be on Thursdays. Remember, it's the same rules that apply. So if you guys want to see the rules for yourself, again, all you got to do is go here. Right, let's go right here, right here, right here. Scroll through on the banners. You can find all the rules here. Click on the arrows. And right here, Shopping Spree Giveaway. Click on that. And here's all the rules and details regarding the Shopping Spree giveaway. But essentially, every $20 that you spend at Airsoft GI, whether it be for one, item or it's a collection of items, doesn't matter, $20 or more, and you automatically are entered into our Shopping Spree giveaway, entered into the raffle. However, during these live streams that we like to do, during the live stream specifically, we like to throw in extra promos for you guys to give you extra opportunities to increase your odds of winning the Shopping Spree giveaway. So for today, for example, right, what I like to do, any order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be receiving 5 entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway for every $50 spent. So if your order is like $58, you'll be getting 5 entries. If it's, basically if it's under $100, you've still met the $50 minimum and you'll be getting 5 entries. However, once you reach $100, because that's two $50 together, you'll be receiving 10 entries. You know what I mean? Get the idea. It's, I think, multiples of 50. You're going to be getting 5 entries per 50, right? So it's very, very easy to go ahead and just build up as many entries in the giveaway just by placing an order, right? Whether it be for airsoft guns, tactical gear, other forms of equipment, consumables like BBs, green gas, like anything, right? $50 or more, and you get 5 entries. So just keep that in mind, right? Not only that, but again, right now it's exclusive because we have BBWars so close. It's literally happening this Saturday, guys. I don't think you understand. It's happening this Saturday. SC Village, super close, super convenient to a lot of the California crowd, right? Make sure to go ahead and get your tickets now while you can, because the registration is going to be closing on Thursday, right? But right now, if you order yourself a Rebel ticket, you'll be receiving 10 entries into Thursday's giveaway. So don't miss out. Keep scrolling through. And remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, make sure to go ahead and put the letter Q right in front of your question. Put it in the live chat, not the comment section. I can only see the live chat, not the comment section right now. Let's see here. CC. Brewer, it was getting me so angry. I'm bringing so much crap to this event. Fly traps, sunscreen, bug spray. I also brought a box of 12 MREs so I might hand some out. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. See here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Keep scrolling through. Does the 11-1... Black Brick was asking, does the 11-1 battery work for a 7.4 gun? So Black Brick, there's no, gun that's designed, specific... Well, yeah, there's not, when the guns are made, they're not specifically designed with, okay, it needs to go with this. It's specifically designed for this battery or anything per se. You know what I mean? It's just what's recommended for that specific airsoft gun and what you personally want to run in it, right? If it's a gun like that, is a little bit older in its design, maybe it's, just completely, we're talking factory standard here, right? Has no fine tuning done to it whatsoever. Still using stock gears. It's not the most powerful and most durable gun in the world, especially if it's a lower costing airsoft gun. Generally speaking, I wouldn't always recommend putting an 11.1 in there, right? If there's no ETU, no MOSFET of any kind, I would recommend going with a 7.4 generally, or at most, maybe going with a 9.6 thing with a hydrate battery. Now, as long as the connectors are the same, you theoretically, you are able to plug in the battery if you're choosing, if that is an 11.1. Would I always recommend it? No. There are some guns that, as is, you really shouldn't be using an 11.1 in there because you will cause damage to the internals of the airsoft gun, right? It puts a lot more stress on the gun, which I wouldn't recommend you do because that's going to wear it down and you're ultimately going to end up breaking something. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when at that point. So yeah, it depends on the gun itself. It has to be a little more specific. But generally speaking, if it's an older gun, no fine tuning done to it, and it's a little bit more on the affordable side, then generally speaking, I would say no, right? That's just what I normally go with. All right, keep scrolling through. Imagine Isaias dual wielding TM Mark 46s. Lisa 8034. I can make that. I can make that happen, man. I can make that happen. That's exactly what I'm working out for, man. My dream is to just one hand and dual wield Mark 46s, right? The same way that Chef Panikage can dual wield, pistols and be super efficient with them. That's how I want to be with the Mark 46. That's my ultimate goal. All right, keep scrolling through. Running to those design minutes ago. Wanted to keep scrolling through. I believe I saw a battery. I believe I saw a question on here. So many people hate stubby stocks, but it's the most versatile stock ever. It's super sturdy and durable, and I personally love it. GG, same. I'm literally of the exact same opinion, man. Versatile, except for adjustments. I sounded stupid. No, I get what you mean. It's versatile in the sense of what it can offer utilitarian-wise, right? It offers so much battery space, right? Without being super bulky or super long or just large in general. Like, because remember, you got to compare that to the OG like M16 style stock. Those things are fucking massive. And don't get me wrong, I love my M16. I'm built like an orangutan, right? So my arms are like freaking ridiculously long for my body type. So I have a ridiculously like length of pull, right? Like you can give me like an AK SVD, I can grip it, right? And I'll still have like room like on my arms. Like I can still chicken wing it because I still have plenty of arm length left, right? My arms are just ridiculously long. But with the stubby stock on there, I just feel like it just does so much work. Even with the M16 stock, while it does offer battery space, for a lot of people, that might not be very comfortable. It's maybe too long. I get it, right? So running with the stubby stock, I think, is the move for sure, especially on a lot of guns. Especially if you really, really want that like extra battery space without like significantly increasing the profile of your rifle, right? Or your LMG at this point. Keeps going through. Blackbrick, never been to an outdoor field before. Dude, that's interesting, actually. I've done both indoor and outdoor. I gotta say, there are a lot of things that are different. But at the end of the day, we're all playing, right? As Frank from US Airsoft Field said, right, when we did BBWars. At the end of the day, we are all playing a glorified game of tag. It doesn't matter how we're doing it. It's all the same damn thing, right? We're all playing tag, no matter where you're playing it, right? So that's a good way to look at it, really, at the end of the day. Let's see here, make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, I think we should be caught up on all those. Okay, scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, or if you want to ask me questions about BBWars, or even if you want to ask me personal questions, you're more than welcome to do so as well. I am an open book. I do not care. But make sure to go ahead and take advantage of the promos we got going on, guys. Remember, any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is going to be in, like, what, 35? You have 35 minutes left of the live stream. Damn, time went by fast on this one. You have 35 minutes left of the live stream before we close up shop, and the promos are going to be ending. So any orders placed before then will receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent per order. Think multiples of 50, you're getting 5 entries per. So $50, a little bit more, that's 5 entries. $100, a little bit more, that's going to be 10 entries. $150, that's going to be 15. 200, you get the idea. You guys get the idea. Make sure to go and take advantage while you can. Not only that, but again, BBWars Arid Revival. I don't think you guys understand. Like, it's literally this weekend. It's this Saturday. You don't have a whole lot of time. If you know anyone that was at all thinking about it, or even if you don't, like anyone that you know that plays Airsoft, or that you want to get them into Airsoft, go take them to this event. This is a great way to get started in Airsoft, right? Is a great way to do it because it's a nice, objective-based, large-scale airsoft game that's going to be very easy to get into and easy to understand the game rules, right? The introduction of the class system makes it all the more interesting, right? Considering there's different classes they can go with. It makes it, if you guys are coming from a video game background, this should be very, very familiar to you guys, right? It's super dope. And again, Rebels, it's going to be the easiest loadout you're ever going to build because it's literally using just civilian clothes and whatever you have laying around, right? It is going to be the easiest thing in the world, so make sure you get your tickets now while you can. Let's see here. Go-Kart Mozart, what's going on, dude? If you do a stubby stock, consider changing your grip to a more vertical one. I get some wrist strain from stubbies with standard A2 grips. You know, it's actually kind of funny. Like, even though I don't mind using like the A2 grips in general, I do like it whenever I like hold an AR that is using a different grip. I don't always change it on mine, but sometimes I will, and it does feel a little bit like nicer. Especially, I can see that too if you're gonna be using a stubby stock. I would agree to that. I would 100% agree to that. Let's see. Casper says, I know people who'd go, but they want to be responsible parents or something. I don't know. Something about little humans and feeding them, I think. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what babysitters are for, right? I mean, that's what the, what is it? That's what the parents are for, right? That's what the grandparents are for, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing. Can you watch the kid, right? It's kind of funny, right? Like listening to my parents, they always told me, if you have kids, don't ever ask us to babysit. We're never going to do that. We're not going to take care of them. And the minute that obviously it's not the same thing. It is not the same thing, even though in my head sometimes it is. When I got a dog, right, and especially as when she was a puppy, my parents were like totally cool. They're like, yeah, we understand you guys are busy, so if you guys ever need to drop her off, we can totally babysit for you guys. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's hilarious how like the stark contrast. I guess it's because they were telling me when I was in high school, right? You know what I mean? Your parents ever do that to you guys, where your parents tell you, like, I think it's just to avoid like the idea of like if you're trying to go to school, or if you're trying to go to college, they're gonna be like, don't don't get pregnant or don't get someone pregnant, right? Just don't have kids when you're in high school. Wait till you're an adult and everything. And I get it, which generally I would agree with. But it's just kind of funny that they went such a stark contrast, right, from what they would say when I was in high school versus like now, where it's like, oh yeah, we always want to babysit, and I was like, oh bruh. Even they said like, yeah, when you actually do have kids, we really want to babysit. We can't wait. I'm like, bruh. Absolutely hilarious. Blackbrick Empire for life, baby. I mean, that's what I'm saying too, but the Rebels do need help. The Rebels actually do need help. Boaz is calling out an SOS. He needs all the assistance that he can get. And honestly, with Cisco and myself on the team, and with a lot of you guys that I've already registered for Empire, yeah, Boaz is going to need the help. So again, make sure you get as many people into BBWars. Get all eyes on this event, right? This is going to be literally I believe, the biggest SoCal event, and I mean real SoCal event, right? I understand that a lot of events will be held at George Air Force Base, but is that really SoCal? Is that really SoCal? I don't know. I don't really know. This is going to be something that everyone's going to want to partake in. I guarantee it, right? Let's see, Lo, you might be ordering too much when your ASGI box arrives and it surprises you. Okay, all right. Will an orange 12 by 12 inch bandana work for a dead rag? Yeah, I mean, there haven't been any major rules for dead rags, but personally, I say do red, right? But I mean, if it's orange, then sure. I don't see why not. Better recommendation for the Golden Eagle MCR LMG. Will that handle 11-1 without issue? Real Wild, I'm gonna say as is, no. I'm gonna say no. I mean, will it be able to handle it? I've used 11-1s with the MCR before, and I haven't had any issues. Would I recommend it for long term? No, I would not. Not without having the install of a MOSFET of some kind, DTU, and then of course reshimming of the gears. All right, that would be the biggest thing that I would say would be before the use of an 11-1. While an 11-1 would be cool to use in that specifically, I don't know if I would personally recommend it for long periods of time. I would personally suggest stick with a 7.4 or a 9.6 nickel hydrate battery. I'm real well. You actually changed out the stock on yours too, so you should have the battery space for it. If anything, just get like a nice big fat 7.4. I know with the 7.4 it's not going to be as fast or as snappy as the 11-1. I totally understand that, but you also got to think of the upside as well. With the use of a 7.4 or with an LMG like that, it's not all too bad, because if you think about it, you have, as a support gunner, you have the most amount of ammo on your person, like loaded up into the gun compared to anyone else, right? You have the most amount of ammo that you can expend. It's going to be nice to know that ammo is going to be lasting you a little bit longer. You don't have to worry about running out of ammo in the middle of the game, because I've actually, on the flip side, right, I've known techs before, like our previous head tech, who had like DSG 249s, right, and they were awesome. They were cool, right, but it's not the coolest when you end up running out of a 1,200 round box mag, right, when you can burn through that within less than 5 minutes, right? It's not very cool when that happens and you have to constantly reload, right? So there is a flip side to it. But to answer your question, personally, I would say use a 7.4 or a 9.6 hydrate battery. With 11.1, you are going to burn out those contacts and you could end up stripping, right? Which is something that I wouldn't want to happen to you, bro. Let's see here. Keeps going through. Make sure. I think I'm caught. Oh, yeah. Hi, would you guys do a BBWars Europe, preferably England? This one comes from Frenchie. Good to see you from across the pond. I don't foresee it happening anytime soon, just because that sounds like a massive undertaking, right? Like a massive undertaking. First of all, organizing a BBWars event in the first place is already, it already takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work, because it's not just all on us. It's literally, I've said it multiple times, it's a collaborative effort between the field, the sponsors, and of course, the organizer ourselves, right? It's a collaborative effort, and everyone has to be on the same page. We all have to be in agreement with what we want to do, because if one thing is off, it ruins the entire event. Which is, it makes sense, right? When you have a group project like that, you all got to be on the same page, got to work as a team. But, to host it in a completely other country, that's tough, bro. That's really tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, and it would be really cool to go. I've always wanted to go see the UK. I feel like this little I don't know, this little kid that's never really been to too many places before, and I've always wanted to see what the rest of the world has to offer. I definitely want to travel to the UK. That sounds fun. My fiance has actually gone to the UK before. I want to go. I really want to go. And playing airsoft, that's like the ultimate dream, right? Again, like I said before, that's the ultimate dream, baby. Going on a cross country and then like international trip, right? Airsoft trip, right? To go and see, like, again, experience the local culture, right? Seeing what it's all about in other countries, and then getting to play airsoft there as well, seeing that's all about. That'd be awesome, man. I would love to do like a nice vlog style like series where I can do that, right? Just going around to different countries, hanging out with the boys, with the homies, right? And then playing some airsoft. That'd be awesome. What do you think is the best airsoft SBR M4 in Dean's? I'm pretty sure if we're talking about SBR, it's got to be the MGC4, baby. It's got to be the MGC4, the Mark 1 specifically, right? The SBR. This is probably got to be the one that I would honestly suggest. If you were looking, that's already pre-wired to Dean's too. Now, Christopher, it depends on what budget you are talking about. But if you just said best overall, I think in my head, I automatically assume you're referring to performance and quality, and this would be the one that I would suggest, right? You do got that nice shorter outer barrel, like sort of like a Mark 18 length, right, with that 10-inch. You do get the nice clean M-lock rail on here, full metal receiver, right? 63 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary style hop chamber, right? It's got the works in here, like all the parts we handpicked for the internals of this bad boy. This shoots faster than some 16-to-1 setups, even though it is still using 18-to-1s. They are steel wire cut gears, though. Again, this has just got the works, especially with that Nebula MOSFET. It's got everything you need and then some, bro. It's so freaking nice. You don't believe me? You can ask any of the guys in the chat. There's a few of them that I know for a fact own an MGC4 and have been very happy with it. If anything, make sure to go ahead and watch all our social media on it. And also, don't believe us, you can also go ahead and watch Dartree's video. Had him on the show earlier. He did a full review of it. I would recommend checking that out too. Let's see, it keeps going up, keeps going through. Make sure I'm not missing any questions. Is Chrono at SC Village with 2.0s, or do they use whatever weight you're shooting with? I believe they're using with 2.0s. That's pretty standard for most fields. They'll ask to see your magazine, especially if it's like a proprietary magazine, if it's not like a regular AR where they can just use their own. Load it up with 2.0s, and then they see what it's shooting at. Generally, that's how most of the refs that I've had experience with, that's how they do it. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Keeps going through. Leafs fan, can you wear a Speedo? You. Me? I can. Will I? No. Absolutely not. That's gonna, going out in I'm running an LMG. I'm literally in the most direct line of fire. I'm gonna be taking the most amount of fire. I am absolutely not wearing a Speedo. I want to go home not looking like I got cigarette burns all over my body, bro. Gigs Boaz did that? No, he does. He loves the attention. He's a ham, man. He's a ham. He loves that. He loves getting looks from people. Let's see. Make sure anything. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, keep scrolling through. All right, I gotta hop off. Hope to see you on the battlefield or Saturday for the Republic. Zero Escape, good to see you, man. Always a pleasure when you're on. I will be seeing you on BBWars. Again, guys, promo above my head. You guys have literally, 24 minutes? 24 minutes left of the live stream, so you guys gotta make sure that you take advantage now while you can. Remember, any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent. Think multiples of 50, right? You can do the math, right? And also, order your tickets for... Oh, crap, I missed it, right? Order your tickets for BBWars Arid Revival. Again, it's happening this Saturday. Literally this Saturday. Only a few days away, right? We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's 4 days away. You guys cannot miss this opportunity. Get your tickets now, specifically for the Rebellion, and you'll be receiving 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Don't miss your chance. Remember, going Rebel is going to be the easiest thing in the world, considering you can literally just go in whatever clothes you're wearing, civilian clothing, and you are all set to go, right? There's no weapons restriction. As long as you are following the class system here, you can go with whatever class you want. It's not like you have to only go ARs or only AKs or Eastern Bloc versus NATO style guns. Doesn't matter. As long as you're following just the general class rules, that's all you got to do. Right? All right, keeps going through. Guys, is the giveaway on Thursday? I'm sorry, I'm out of tune and don't want to miss my orders. Yes, the giveaways themselves are on Thursdays, right? Like I said, all you got to do in order to check the rules yourself, right? It's on our website, Shopping Spree Giveaway, right? And all the details there. But essentially, every $20 that you spend at Airsoft GI, every $20 or greater order automatically enters you into the Shopping Spree Giveaway. You don't have to do anything else. You're not paying anything extra. We're doing this just because we want to give back to the community, and it's hosted every Thursday, right? But again, only during the live streams do I like to go ahead and throw out these extra promotions going on, right? So any orders, like I said, $50 or more, you'll be getting 5 entries per $50, and then the Rebel ticket promo as well. You're receiving 10 entries for ordering your Rebel tickets. But again, that's only going to be lasting for the remainder of this live stream. You only have like 22 minutes. Literally 22 minutes left, right? So don't miss your chances. This is your last shot to get entered into the Shopping Spree giveaway and get your BBWars Air Revival tickets. Again, don't miss out because the deadline for the registration is going to be Thursday night. So not a whole lot of time. All right, let's see here. Keep scrolling through. Japanakage. Double barrel pump shotgun from Jack. Ooh, absolutely. Operator pulls out a bong. It's my stoner. Nice, Loneheart, nice. Casper, if you had to run as an officer, what would your loadout be? That's a good question, Casper. If I had to run as a officer, I think I would want to run a shotgun specifically, right? I think I would, because I have a little breacher style Jagarm scattergun, right? A little shotgun from them that I put together. I would want to run that. Or could I see myself running just a pistol only? If it was one of these, right? If it was a like a Sand Viper or a Pit Viper, then I would say yeah, right? If it was one of these, which by the way, if you guys haven't seen, pre-orders for the high grade edition of the Pit Viper are now available right now. And again, pre-orders will also end in the Shopping Spree. I'm just saying, right? But I would order myself, right? Say something like like a regular Commaster Sand Viper. I would order one of these, right? And like hella extra magazines for it, maybe the extendos. Then yeah, I would say that's the move to go, right? That would be 100% the move to go. Maybe get the P plus version of that actually, right? Yeah, get the P plus package for that. Hell yeah, right? So you're gonna get that unicorn barrel and bucking already pre-installed for you. That's what I would say is the move, right? Increased range, increased accuracy, better consistency. Like, yeah, this is definitely what I would go with. Run just extra magazines for that. That'd be kind of cool because then at that point, you're super lightweight, right? You're super lightweight. You're not really going to be the one to see direct combat. Like, you're not going to be the one facing face. But if anything, if you guys are smart, what you should be doing for any officers out there, make sure that you surround yourself with a few like assaulters or other grunts that are around you. That way, you can be the one to revive them when they go down. Because, again, number one rule, you take care of your medics. Always take care of your medics because when shit hits the fan, they're going to be the one to keep you in the fight, right? They're going to want to keep you alive. So make sure you protect your medics, your officers at all costs. Let's see here. George's MMA says, I recently purchased a short barrel Zion Arms PW9 with a drum mag. I'm going to get a unicorn barrel and bucking. But what should I go for and what motor should I get for at a later date for upgrades? Ultimately depends on what type of build you're trying to go for. Usually, I would typically suggest 25k to about maybe like a 30k, maybe even 35. Well, it depends. Again, really depends on what you want to go for. But I wouldn't recommend necessarily changing out the motor as is, like just swapping it in, not without reshimming the gears, right? If anything, at that point, I would just reshim the whole gearbox at that point with the installation of a new motor, which is what you should be doing anyway, right? But again, ultimately depends on what you want to do. But you cannot go wrong with the unicorn barrel and bucking setup. That is definitely the move, right? That is definitely the move. As far as what motor generally I recommend, Arcturus, their 28K motors, those are pretty good. I like those. I also recommend the CNC high torque motor. I like that one a lot. Again, these are all motors that are going to be giving you a good combination between a increased rate of fire, but also still a good healthy rate of fire, but also increasing the trigger response as well. I know those are like the two biggest things that most people really look at nowadays when they want to change out the motors. That's the biggest thing they have in mind, but yeah. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Just buy both and play with the Mark 46 at BBWars. That's true. Very true. As Weeper said, memories make me want to go back there. True. I couldn't agree more. Sand Viper, Dartree says Sand Viper. Absolutely, Sand Viper. Absolutely. Keep scrolling through. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Damn, I just saw my store credit loan. You used it already, Darktree? Use it already? Let's see here. Keep scrolling through. Okay, I believe... Oh, okay, just ordered right now. Do you think it'll be ready for Will Call by Friday? If you ordered it right now, yes, there is a strong possibility. Again, granted, we cannot guarantee And as far as shipping dates or when it's going to be, we cannot guarantee that, unfortunately. But there is a very strong chance that it will arrive by Friday. If anything, homie AB, make sure to go ahead and DM us with your order number. I can go ahead and make sure, again, just that we can keep an eye on it and make sure that it arrives as soon as possible. Just DM us with your order number on our Discord, Instagram, or Facebook, and we can get that taken care of. But yeah, there is a huge chance that it'll arrive by Friday, so it'll be ready for pickup. It'll probably be towards the end of the day Friday, but Friday nonetheless. Keeps going through. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. PDW length with an extended inner barrel and mock suppressor. That is one way to do it. That is what a lot of guys like to do. Getting those really nice shorty builds, but getting mock suppressor that we can get the longer inner barrel. Yeah, absolutely. PDW length for Mark III, please, least fan. Okay, I mean that's definitely an idea we've like considered, and I think we might end up going with. But again, it's still nothing's set in stone, right? Nothing is certain. We're still in the workshopping phase of it. But yeah, I think if there's enough people who want to get like a PDW, like really short length for the Mark III design, then yeah, that's something we can totally do. That is something that is definitely within our power to do. We got to see enough of a request for it, right? All right, guys, it is literally 9:14. You have 16 minutes left of the live stream, right? Just a little over 15 minutes left of the live stream now. So make sure that you take advantage of the promos above my head. Remember, any orders placed before 9:30 p.m. before the deadline will be receiving 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent per order, right? So don't miss your opportunity. Get all the things you wanted to get right now. Whether you want to get something like a new sidearm, like I don't know, like the Pit Viper or like the Sand Viper, right? Or any gas-like pistol, any rifle, any airsoft gun, any tactical gear, doesn't matter. $50 or more, and you have 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Order your BBWars Air Revival tickets right now. Orders for the Rebel tickets specifically will be receiving 10 entries into the giveaway. So don't miss out. It's the easiest, most cost-efficient decision you can make for an airsoft event. It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be very, very affordable, so do not miss out. Zero Scope Brewer while I'm on Rebel, so I don't, that's what I'm talking about, Zero Scope. That's what I'm talking about, Zero Scope, right? It's going to be no camos, so you can literally go out in pajamas, short shorts, Speedos, whatever it is the hell that you guys are into. So make sure that you get your tickets now while you can. Again, 15 minutes. 15 minutes left of the live stream, so don't miss out. And again, if you guys have any airsoft related questions, you guys have any questions regarding BBWars, or if you want to ask me my personal opinions on things, what I think about stuff, or if you want to go ahead and ask me personal questions, by all means, you are more than welcome to do so. Just make sure you put the letter Q right in front of your question in the live chat so I don't miss out. Okay, let's keep scrolling through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Is there one giveaway per week? No, yeah, answer that one already. Okay, should be caught up. Let's go down to the most recent comments and questions now. All right. Okay. George MMA. Sorry, I meant to add, what hop-up should I get for my Zonarms PW9 short barrel to go with the unicorn barrel and bucking? Hop-up. Honestly, I'm being serious, George. This is what I can say for pretty much everyone. Stick with the stock hop-up. The stock hop-up more than gets the job done, right? And I've asked multiple techs about this, right? As long as your hop-up chamber, right, is able to lift your BBs, right? The hop-up arm, it works, it's consistent, it doesn't move. At the end of the day, most of the work is going to be done by the bucking, the hop-up nub, and the inner barrel itself. So if you have a good set on those and your hop-up is working, then you don't need to change that out. There's really no need, unless there was something specifically you wanted that for. I feel like a lot of people will go for like parts because they see that, oh yeah, this build has it and I should go with that, right? Which may or may not be the case for a lot of people. I genuinely believe that you don't need to, and most techs will probably agree with me too, you don't really need to change that out unless you are having feeding issues, and even then it might actually be remedied by something else, right? Personally, I would say stick with the one you have currently. Because I know the one you're talking about for the Zonarms PW9. That's a good hop-up. That's actually a genuinely good hop-up chamber, right? Once you swap out the bucking, hop-up nub, and the inner barrel, you really shouldn't have to change out that hop-up unit whatsoever, actually. For me personally, there are brands that you will see people like hyping up like Max, and we do carry them for sure. They're dope. But are they needed? Not always. Not always. They won't actually really offer anything like in terms of like upgrading performance or anything. Really, it's not. Okay, keeps going through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Oh god, it moves so fast. Langy Landon says, difference in range between Zonarms R15 SPR and the R15 short barrel. Difference in range, not a whole lot, really. Maybe you might see a few feet, but honestly, nothing that you can really spot out with the naked eye, like off a quick glance. You know what I mean? Like you're really gonna have to start measuring that out. The real Patty Rice. Thoughts on the Spectre Arms Edge 2.0? They're dope, man. The real Patty, I think the Expectant Arms Edge 2.0s are dope. They're coming from the same factories as Lancer. I like both Lancers and Expectant Arms. I think they're dope. I like how much stuff you get out of the Edge 2.0. Now, personally, if you were looking for like high-end AEGs that you can get, the best bang for your buck really is, just objectively, it is going to be the MGC4 lineup, right? We have a lot of them on pre-order because a lot of them sold out. But the Mark 1 enhanced is here, right? You can get yourself the Mark 1 right now, and that's going for a hell of a steal at $305. And yeah, I would say that's a better deal than the Edge 2.0. But again, I like the Edge 2.0 as well. It's really up to you, right? Maverick Fernandos asks, I was wondering when would the pre-order for the MGC4 in black ship out? On the web it says pre-order and no date. I don't have an exact date on me as of yet as far as because these went out of stock actually fairly recently, right? Like really recently. As soon as we can get a date, we can definitely go ahead and provide that later on. But as of right now, I do not currently have a date. Maverick, if anything, I would say DM us so we can give us a reminder so that we can go ahead and just ask around, see if we can get an ETA from the distributors, see when that might be able to come in. Hopefully soon. I would imagine before the holidays. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, keep scrolling through. Okay, answered that one. Lanky Landon, when would the Mark III come out and what would the specs be? Again, answered this question a little bit earlier. The Mark III, there's no deadline. There's no ETA as to when that would be coming out. And as far as the specs, again, it's all being workshopped right now. Nothing is set in stone, guys. We're all right now kind of in the development phase and kind of deciding what we want to do, what we want to go with, right? As soon as more stuff comes out for it that's confirmed, we'll be letting you guys know. You guys know, and everyone that watches these streams, if you've been a long-time viewer of these streams, you guys know that you guys are like the first ones to ever get any info regarding the development of new airsoft guns, ETAs for stuff, and as far as the shipping, when things are coming back in stock. You guys are always the first to know, so you'll know. Trust me, you will know. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Keeps going up. Okay, want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Eli Eric, I'm a Pit Viper fan myself. Dude, I actually really like the Pit Viper too, right? I think Pit Viper is freaking dope. I think I prefer the Sand Viper more, but I definitely see the appeal of the Pit too. I think I just like the Sand Viper because, again, the color. It's just so beautiful, right? How did I forgot the P. What the fuck? Okay. Well, either way, here's a Pit Viper, right? It's a looker, man. It's a beauty of an airsoft gun, right? Jag Arms did a bang-up job with this bad boy. Love it. I freaking love it. Let's see here. Would there be a difference? Okay, answered that one already. Is the TM1911 on the site? And the old World War II style handgun. The listing mentions black, but the handgun was always blue grade. Not sure. Thank you for actually providing Kobayashi the SKU number for that one. That makes it a hell of a lot easier for me to go and find that. Let me look that up for you. 308840. Now I know what you're talking about as far as that sort of blued sort of look to it. I think this one is going to have a little bit more of a grayish tinge to it. It's not perfect. I know what you're talking about, the shade that you're talking about. It is going to be close to it, but it's not exact. But it is closer than a lot of other pistols that are just straight solid black. This one is going to be a little bit more on the grayer side. So that's not bad. It's not bad if you were looking for like the traditional like grayish color. It's not perfect, but it is close. Season W, how long does it return for? It depends. Usually, even when things come back to us, there usually is a queue. There's a wait line that you have to wait. Because, again, we are a small company. We do work as fast as possible to make sure that we are up to date. But it typically depends on the item itself and how long it needs to wait. Because, again, it's a small company, right? So we do get packages that we have to process through. But as soon as we can, we're able to go ahead and issue it back, whatever it might be, whether it be for store credit, refund, whatever it might be. If anything, Season W, again, DM us directly with your order number on any of our social media platforms, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server. And yeah, we can totally give you a status update. You're also welcome to email our customer service department as well. Or give us our phone number a call. Bear in mind, phone calls do get pretty hectic, and they do get pretty busy. So I would recommend going the DM route, if anything, because again, we can get back to you pretty damn quickly with that. But you are welcome to try email and calling as well. Ronald Hoover, taking in the culture the Navy way with a mug and bottle can. Nice. Let's see, make sure. I kind of want to switch up to Rebels to help them out. Not like I'd be help, but if they need people, I'm down. I mean, hey, Brewer, at the end of the day, right? It's your choice, right? Whatever you want to do. But you know, I mean, I think you would be a big help. I think you would be a big help. You're more of an asset than you realize, right? At the end of the day, every individual, that's what's great about like these sort of like airsoft events, right? And I always tell people, it doesn't matter if you are a grunt. Well, at the end of the day, you may just be a number in the, you know, multi-million-dollar war machine that it is, right? At the end of the day, all it takes is one person to win the day, right? All it takes is one person, and he can turn the entire tide of a battle, right? Depends on how they act. So you are more of an asset than you actually give yourself credit for, Brewer. Also, you're just honestly, you are a pleasure to have around. You definitely make it a lot more fun. Let's see, it keeps going through. Okay, guys, you have literally less than 7 minutes left of the live stream. So make sure that you do not miss your chance. Place your orders now while you can. All right, it keeps going through. Take a lot of pictures and video, guys. No slow-mo. No slow-mo. Oh, God. Go-Kart Mozart. I'm building a black and white stubby AR. It would be a sick Empire gun, but I can't make it, and it's not ready yet either. Maybe next one. Honestly, Go-Kart, I would say just show up with whatever you got, and you're totally fine. But I do understand. The next time we do have BBWars, it is going to be an absolute blast, and hopefully you can make it out too. I would very much love for you to come out and play with us as well, Go-Kart Mozart. It'd be absolute blast. Because again, I always love to meet out with the viewers that I have on my streams and just regular members of the Mayo Gang. It's always an absolute break. Always an absolute treat to go ahead and play with you guys. Make sure I'm missing anything. As a former GI employee is on the rebel side, tell Boaz I'll see him on the field. Absolutely. Man, it's freaking hot in this house right now. LaCroix's keeping me doing a good job of keeping me cool, but damn, it's still hot. Isaias, I'll DM you on Discord a picture of the bandana. Okay, all right, Blackbrick. I'll keep an eye out on Discord. Real well, thanks. I don't want to break it. Yeah, no. Here's the thing, real well. Would I plug an 11.1 in there? Yes, but I also don't care if I break my internals, right? Because I can just I'll get it fixed. Right? I'll get it upgraded. I don't care. If you want to preserve it, then yes, I would say, especially for an event, I would say 7.4 or just go 9.6. But honestly, that's one of the reasons why I love recommending for a lot of players that want to get into LMGs but are a little hesitant. I love recommending the MCR. The My Chemical Romance is an awesome option for players that want something that's easy to transition into, right? The fact that it's literally using an M4 lower receiver and a version 2 gearbox makes it so easy to just build the shit out of it, right? Build the absolute snot of it, put whatever gear set you want in there, whatever aftermarket MOSFET. I would recommend you do that. It's just an absolute breeze to do, right? Any decent tech should be able to work on that, no problem. Let's see here. Stitch, I'm the Imperial Handicap. Though, what are you talking about, Stitch? You are literally like a freak. Well, were you technically pro? You were basically a pro paintballer at one point, man. I'm pretty sure you're an asset to whatever team you're on. So you keep scrolling through. All right, let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. I know that there was probably a few. Kobayashi's talking thanks for the info of the TM1911. Just ordered a PP19 mag and some M92 mags. We'll probably get a 1911 from you guys next week. Cheers. Anytime, Kobayashi. Always happy to help, bro. Always happy to help. As much as I love you and Cisco, just want to keep it even. Yeah, dude, it's entirely up to you, bro. Whatever you want to do, no pressure either or. I mean, I'm totally gonna curb stop you. I mean, I'm kidding. Whatever you want to do, bro, you go for it, right? Like at the end of the day, like we want to keep it even, sure, absolutely, right? If you want to, then absolutely. Let's see here. Ian McKenzie, what are your thoughts on the Ace-Tech Bifrost BT? Is it worth it? And is the chrono any good / accurate? Ace-Tech Bifrost BT? I haven't had too much experience with I was under the impression the Bifrost itself was its own thing, right? Ace-Tech BT was, I thought, a completely separate thing as well. As far as the Bifrost itself, like, I mean, look, any of the Bifrost models that exist out there, I think they are worth it because the simulated muzzle flash that you get, in addition to the RGB colors options that you have for said muzzle flash, is really, really cool, right? It definitely adds a unique flair to your airsoft gameplay, especially if you are running gas-like pistols or rifles. Now, whether is the chrono any good or accurate, I know what you're talking about on the options. I haven't had too much experience with it, so I can't say as to its accuracy. However, I do trust Ace-Tech as a company to make a good product. So I haven't heard any issues with any of the Ace-Tech BTs or any of the Ace-Tech Bifrost. So there's that. Okay, let's keep scrolling through. Frenchie, the sites I go to in the UK don't have a medic class/role. Can you explain the role and how they receive or revive players if they do? So if you're talking about BBWars specifically, the medic class or the officer class, at least the way they're Team Biohazard and SC Village, how they want to run it, essentially every player is issued a tourniquet, right? A fake tourniquet, which they keep on their kit. Now, if a player is to be shot, they have a bleed out time, right? I would have to double check what the actual bleed out time is. I know it's on the rule. But once the bleed out time is over, then of course players have to go back to respawn and then come back, right? However, if an officer can make it to a player that's been hit before the bleed out time, they are able to use their issued tourniquet to revive said player, right? That is going to be how you would revive a player as a officer, right? Now, if they're hit again, then that's it. They're not able to use 2 tourniquets. They have to go back to respawn, right? That it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But it's a very like easy to remember rule that I think is going to be very, very cool and going to be very easy to uphold. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like super complicated or there's a whole lot of room for error with this, right? It seems very, very foolproof. But it depends on the event in general, right? There are some events that don't do medics at all, or if there is a revive, they might do it differently. You have to put their hand on their body at some point and like hold it for a few seconds. It depends on the field how they want to do it. I've been to several Milsim events where it's the same thing, where it's you have to use a issued tourniquet in order to revive the player. That's the kind of rule I like because there's something physical you have to apply. Okay, keep scrolling through. All right, guys, literally like a few seconds left of the live stream. If you have stuff in your cart, make sure that you are checking out now while you can. Make sure you are checking out now because you only have a few seconds left of this live stream. You do not want to miss your opportunity. So place your orders now while you guys can. Again, just a few seconds. Remember, any orders, $50 or more, and you'll be receiving 5 entries per every $50. So don't miss your chance. And order your Rebel tickets. What are you doing, right? You're getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, but only if you order during this time frame right now. So don't miss out, right? Do not miss your chance. All right. And look at that. It is now 9:30. This promo is over. It is donezo, right? It is over. No longer, right? But guys, you still have until Thursday night to get your BBWars tickets, right? Right now, because again, the cutoff was literally at 9:30. Right now, if you order yourself your Rebel tickets, you will still be receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. So make sure that you place your orders now while you still can. Don't miss this opportunity, guys. Really don't. It's going to be an awesome event. We've been wanting to get BBWars back to California, back to SoCal specifically, and we're finally able to do it, but we need your help to show SC Village and show all the organizers that BBWars is here to stay. So make sure that you get your tickets now while you still can, because again, registration closes Thursday night, so don't miss your chance. Not only that, if you want to go ahead and increase your odds of winning the shopping spree, which again has been stacked to $1,200, the Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2 is still available. You automatically get free UPS ground shipping, right? Only $179, and the cost of the lowest prize box or prize item on here is more than the box itself. And the grand prize being the Tokyo Marui Next Generation Recoil Shock Mark 46 LMG. Yeah, it's an absolute steal. You guys don't want to miss out. We have a ton of new products available on our site as well. You want to go and place the pre-orders for the MGC4s, right, in the new colorways, or the Black and Bronze Mark II, or even the Standard Black, because that one sold out too, right? We even have the pre-orders for the new high-grade editions of the Sand Vipers, right? You don't want to miss out, not including also the new combos featuring the Classic Army ENF series. We have the dual power combos as well from Jag Arms, some new Classic Army items as well. A lot of good stuff has hit the site, guys. But remember, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you get your tickets for BBWars, because once registration closes, that's it. There's going to be no walk-ons. There's no walk-ons allowed whatsoever. So don't miss your opportunity, right? Want to give a big shout out to Darktree. Thank you, Darktree, for joining me on today's stream. I know it was a little bit last minute, but I really appreciate you pulling through and being a good sport about it and really being cool and participating with all the questions. I want to give another big shout out to everyone that asked their question in the live chat. Again, guys, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more entertaining when I have I have stuff to work on, right? And when you guys ask me your questions, it makes it so much easier. And I have so much fun answering your questions. And if at the end of the day, my goal is to help out as many people as I possibly can, whether it be giving them information, guiding them in the right direction, or I guess bringing a little bit more knowledge and helping out in any way that I possibly can. That's the biggest thing. I love hanging out with all you guys. So big shout out to everyone, all the viewers out there, for choosing to spend their free time hanging out with me and the rest of the Mayo Gang. My name is Isaias. I will actually be seeing all of you guys tomorrow. Cisco and I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, a storefront live stream, so make sure you guys are tuned in for that. We're going to be continuing talking about BBWars, so make sure you get your tickets now while you can. My name is